Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Kraken Sky. Thank you for joining us for an evening of Dungeons and Dragons. I'm Ali, and I will be your Dungeon Master tonight. We're thrilled to stream it at twitch.tv/DrawTogetherRPG. This game will run for about 3 hours with a break in the middle. For those who are new to D&D, everybody here plays fantasy character in a fantasy universe. The 5 players each have their own unique characters with sheets that tell them who they are, what they can do, their deepest secrets, their deepest desires, and what dice to roll. They will be mostly rolling a 20-sided dice to see if they succeed in what they want to do. 20 is good, but 1 is hilariously better. So please, roll a lot of them.
Yes.
And once they play their characters, everything else is in said fantasy universe is played by me. People, monsters, gods, who knows? You name it. Between me describing the war and story, the player describing what they want to do, and some dice to roll, we will tell our story. Now, let me introduce my players. Actually, let them introduce themselves. I'm going to start clockwise, how I see it in my screen. So I'm going to start with V. Oh, you're me.
Oh God! Oh
Yay.
God! I'm so sorry. Hi, I'm V. My pronouns are she/her. That's me.
Why don't you tell us a little bit more? Like, what do you have for lunch today?
What did I have for lunch today? I had a Korean chicken wrap, and it was very, very good. And also little. They're called tiger balls. They're little risotto balls with like a spicy sauce on top. They're very, very tasty.
Nice.
Delicious.
Made me hungry again.
I'm so sorry. I'll bring enough for the class next time.
Amazing.
And next one is Josh.
Hello there. I'm Josh. I go by he, him. That's about it. I had some form of chicken sandwich for lunch, I think. I can't quite remember. It was a long time ago for me.
Thank you. And next one is David.
Hello, I am David Shears, pronouns he, him. I'm a professional voice actor, so if you like the sound of my voice today and want to hear more of it, get yourselves over to audible.com and put in David Shears. We're not sponsored by them, but I
am. Did you have any lunch?
I did. Keeping the theme, I had a chicken palm sandwich. It was very nice. Little toasted ciabatta business going on.
Next one is Ed.
Hello, my name is Ed. I use he, him pronouns. For lunch today, I had lots of bread and cheese, including some stuff that a friend of mine went all the way to a cheesemonger to get. It is the strongest smelling cheese I have ever smelled, but it was delicious.
We all love a smelicious. Last but not least, Liz.
Hi, I'm Liz. I use they, them. For lunch, I was a bit fancy today. I was fancy and I did some cooking because I thought, you know what, I'm going to take an hour for my lunch break. So I had some sea bass in the fridge, which was, due to go off in like a day. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to have sea bass for lunch. So I did. I had 2 and I enjoyed myself. The house smells. But I had a great lunch, so hey.
Thank you. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here. And with that, we're going to have a word of our sponsors.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Hero Forge. Hero Forge offers fully customizable tabletop minis with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. You can see all of the minis that we designed for this stream in the overlay, and they animate when we enter the combat, so look out for that. Hero Forge are fantastic, so do check out the Pro membership where you can get premium access to features ahead of time and beta access to things and all sorts of cool stuff that just makes your life a lot easier. And you can check them out at heroforge.com.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Ultra Pro. They make accessories for D&D, Magic the Gathering, and more. My favourite part of their collection are their figurines of adorable power. Here is their gazer. They also make other things such as deck boxes if you play Magic the Gathering. You can find all of Ultra Pro stuff at ultrapro.com.
Hey friends, Check out our new sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for a carefully curated menagerie of click-clack math rocks for your delectation. Check out their entire selection at phoenixdice.com, and just so you know, Phoenix Dice are all about living gloriously in the worlds of tabletop games and sustainably in this one, which means their dice are working to be recycled, their packaging is recycled, the dice are made of sustainable materials. It's all great stuff. You should definitely get involved. You can also join us today in chat with a chance to be in a raffle and win some Phoenix Dice of your own. Just put !dice into chat and you'll be in with a chance to win.
We are proud to be sponsored by Alchemy RPG. Reimagine your gaming experience with Alchemy. They're focused on creating immersive cinematic experiences everywhere you interact with tabletop role-playing games. Playing a game, creating a world, streaming, watching live games, discovering new content. Look at all the cool stuff that they are doing there. You can use environmental motion art, scene-based music, seamless character management to run your games over the internet, with upcoming features including homebrew content, streaming overlays, and spectator mode. So go and check out alchemyrpg.com.
We're delighted to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a Dungeons & Dragons strategy video game that brings together D&D characters from novels, adventures, and multiple live streams into a single grand adventure. Select your heroes and formation and battle through waves of monsters for free on PC, phone, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. You can pop ! Code into chat for a free Electrum test.
We are also supported by Warriors of Waterdeep. Take your team of warriors on a quest spanning the Forgotten Realms, all on your mobile. Power up your teams with items, work with your guild to defeat hordes of enemies, and test your mettle in the arena. And to make all of that work, you need gems. As we frequently say, the hunt for gems is real. Pop ! Wow gems into chat for a link to collect free gems and get yourself that nice sword you've been looking at, or revive your heroes against a deadly foe. Download link ! Warriors of Waterdeep in chat.
We're delighted to be supported by Neverwinter. In Neverwinter, explore and defend one of the most beautiful cities from Dungeons & Dragons' Forgotten Realms campaign setting as it rises from the ashes of destruction. Epic stories, action combat, and classic role-playing await those heroes courageous enough to enter the fantastic world of Neverwinter. Neverwinter is completely free to play, so set yourself up an account today and pop ! NW gift into chat for a link to a free gift.
Check out our supporters at D&D Beyond, your guide to digital D&D. Make character sheets online, share them in a campaign, and track all of those tasty little stats in one easy place. You can use the Beyond app to track your characters on the go. You can also use their encounter tracker and archive monsters to run any smooth combat thing. You know what I'm saying. You're a DM. You've done this before. You know D&D Beyond is the place to go. You can also check out our character sheets with an ! Characters in Twitch chat below.
Check out our wonderful supporters, Elderwood Academy, who make beautiful bespoke gaming-themed gear, including hex chest dice boxes, spellbook deck boxes disguised as bespoke ancient arcane tomes, and scroll and codex dice tower and rolling tray pairings. Make your own with their online designer at elderwoodacademy.com.
This stream will run for 3 hours, and there will be a roughly 5 to 10 minute break somewhere near the middle. We run shows on Monday, Tuesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. Greenwich Meridian / British Summertime, which is 10 a.m. Pacific Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. in mainland Europe, and 2 a.m. Tuesday morning in Japan and parts of Australia. On Mondays and Tuesdays, we run TTRPG streams for 3 hours. And on Fridays, we run our talk show, Talk Together, for 1 hour. Our TTRPG streams can be one-shots, 4, 6, 8, or 12 weeks long. You can always find our latest schedule at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg/schedule.
We are Roll Together RPG on all socials, so find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and even TikTok. Links in chat.
Thank you to our D20 Club on Patreon. You can find a link in chat. Help us make our shows from just £1, $1, or $1 gold piece, and unlock more tiers by joining. Our D20 Club are fab. They've created a fan Discord for us. They've also made a wiki page for Roll Together. You can find that at rolltogether.fandom.com.
Welcome to our podcast, listeners. If you also would like to listen to us via podcast, you can search for Altogether RPG on your favourite podcast provider. If we're not there, let us know and we will add ourselves to that list.
Finally, we play with a diverse group of players who play a diverse set of characters with wide-ranging sexual and gender identities. Our tables are trans and GNC positive, and we encourage and champion trans and GNC players and characters in our games. The DM and the players may portray characters that are different to the gender they own. We aim to avoid misgendering, but we acknowledge that it does happen and have a company policy in place for correcting people in pronouns. If we miss any instance of misgendering, we are open to being corrected. Please let us know in chat if one has been missed. As well, you can check out our safety tool with !safety in chat for content warning and some of the safety tools that we use from TTRPG Safety Toolkit. And now, let us begin. Welcome to my little world. This is a high technology, low magic world where only humans live. The year is 312 after the discovery. The Edcast empire flourishes with the grace of a lily and the strength of an oak. Air commerce is crucial for the economy of the empire. Firstly, because of the dangerous jungle and scorched deserts that confine the main city. Secondly, because of the emperor's acquired taste to fresh fish. We all love fresh fish.
We do.
In the last decade, air piracy has increased significantly, leading to the emergence of public and private security services. For instance, the Gilded Jaguar is a rescue airship well known for the unorthodox methods of its crew. You, as part of the Gilded Jaguar crew, have been unofficially hired to investigate and, if possible, to recover the cargo of a ship that went radio silence weeks ago in the 4th Southern Sector. Here is where our adventure begins. We are in the air docks of the city, and you can see like a very technological metallic structure that ties down few ships, maybe like 3 or 4. And in the very last platform, there is a beautiful but small airship. This is made of beautiful mahogany. The nails and rivets are golden and silver, and there is beautiful filigree of green metals. As the camera pans over, we can see on top of the highest mast on the crown's nest, a figure. Ed, could you please tell us who is in the nest crown?
So, the character I will be playing, who is definitely spends all their time, they use they, them pronouns, they spend all of their time up in the crow's nest. If you remember the scene from Forrest Gump, where Lieutenant Dan is in the top of the ship in the storm going, "Come on, come on!"
Oh no!
There's a similarity. There's a similarity to that. Hang on, where's my notes? So yes, Vavasaur Blue, who is my character, is a human, born a slave in a slave camp, moved around through being traded, was taken in by a family who treated them better than anyone else had. Though still not very well. The patriarch of this family died, and they wished to create a living monument to the patriarch, but none of his actual family wished to get the soul tattoo. So the Vavasaur was put forward and was keen on the idea, although he had no real choice or idea what was going on. And basically, so their skin is alabaster, but there is a black tattoo over it, which moves like Rorschach in Watchmen, if you see what I mean. So they can appear entirely black with like white filigreed lines, or they can appear entirely white with black filigreed lines. And that is their, it just depends on what mood, what they see. That's what they're like. There's no hair. The eyes are just completely black. and they are this sort of figure. They don't. They've got a very big shield, which is a white dragon scale, if you see what I mean, or whatever the equivalent is. It would be like just a massive beast's thing, and that's what they're looking at. So they have when the sun's out, which I don't know if it is at the moment, but they wear the shield over their head to stop them being.
Cool.
That is that kind of idea. So they're probably squatting in the crow's nest, looking around very carefully.
Probably there is a little shadow on top of you, so you don't have to be all this. So yes, just
okay, but it's that kind
of
of
rain and sun. Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
The camera now goes all the way down to the sort of basement of the ship, and there is a small room but full of utensils. This is a kitchen, and here we will find coolies.
Well, here, Ali, we will find Jestoon Travar. Jestoon may or may not have been a stowaway at some point during his career upon this ship, and has since been promoted to cook. With this promotion, he's not that great at cooking, not gonna lie, but he certainly tries. You know, he's got his equipment always on him. There's always a frying pan to his hip, always a ladle in place as well. But the weapon of choice he tends to use is a pistol, and that's the weapon he tends to use to get the food. Unfortunately, things like seagulls flying in the air, they tend to drop away, and he's unable to actually get any meat for the food. So we end up with a lot of liquid lunches. So he wears a chef's apron, but it's very dark. We don't know. We don't know if it's dirt. We don't know if it is something else entirely, but it's certainly not white. About his shoulders, there's kind of like a kind of punky denim little cheeky number with like a kind of a high collar. It may or may not be a cloak of protection, just reflavored. And he is so ginger, it's unreal. He has this big ginger mohawk that kind of descends down, almost down his back, and a handlebar mustache. And he's always seen with his cigar. And if it's quite dark down here underneath, in the sort of bottom of the ship, you would just see the light from his cigar light up his face as he's maybe frying something in his pan.
Awesome.
Love it. Thank you very much. The camera starts moving up to maybe like a small set of steps, and we get to the middle deck where we find all the artillery, some force ballistas, and maybe small cannon. And here we find another figure. Could you please?
Absolutely. Guinevere is relatively small for a gunnery officer, but she's actually quite good at it. She's very, very quick. She always wears dark clothes, so it can actually be kind of hard to see her when she's moving about, especially when trying to grab ammunition to load into the cannons, things like that, or anything. She also has dark black hair, so that doesn't really help things at all. But the couple things that always give her away, she has very pale skin and very light blue eyes, so you shine a flashlight in that direction and it kind of just reflects off of her. That's pretty, I mean, it's the closest thing to like a high-vis vest, except it's just her face. But yeah, she's actually close friends with one of the crew members on the ship, Jax, who we'll meet soon. But she was a street urchin for a while, jumping from ship to ship, doing odd jobs here and there, before eventually finding Jax and then kind of just sticking to him like glue. And then eventually, when he found his way on the ship, so did Gwen.
Thank you. The camera is still going up. Now we are in the main deck. And yes, we see Gwen's friend, who I would allow me to say they have a little bit of rough friendship with another member of the crew. They are always arguing who is actually the first officer of the ship. Probably not one of them is, but yeah. But then I will let Josh introduce his character first.
You see Jax Cinder, 6 foot tall human man with big, bushy black beard, shaved side bit of his head with like a mohawk going down with like a top knot with some strange, almost like a straw tied into it to keep it nice and tight, wearing a long brown cloak with various different patches of armor. It looks like he's got some new bits, some old bits, some really old rusted pieces, massive great sword on his back, carries that thing around with him everywhere. It's got cracks in the blade. It looks like it's been patched up and sewn back together. It's got rivets, and there's been a lot of work that's been done to the blade over the years. And like Gwen said, he too was an urchin jumping from ship to ship. The funny story about how they met was they both jumped onto the same ship at the same time and head-butted each other. That's how they met. And they seem to have just been with each other since then. How he became first...
You don't have to tell that. You could it could be a little more eloquent.
I think it's better that we tell it like that. That was how it happened.
100%. And he's still looking around, being first officer of the ship, still looking slightly confused, because he only got this position because he had one good idea one time, and it just got him to the rank. And now he doesn't know what he's doing.
Really close, thank you very much. Really close to Jax, we find the first officer of the ship. David, please.
Well, the second officer. Formerly a scion of a noble house of Edgington, Quentin fell foul of political machinations in falling in love with the wrong woman who was betrothed to another. What happened there? Well, one can but guess. A promising career in the military was cut short, and he had to flee. He will not become Lord Edgington. Very tragic. Finding himself in need of employment with a military cast to his character, he signed on to the ship with essentially a view to do whatever was needed, looking for some sort of purpose in life. He still wears the faded tabard of his house, the claret and blue with the crossed hammers, the House of Edgington, which he will not forget and lives long in his heart. But something of a loner, except when he has the opportunity to play his lute. There is a scar across his eye, which gives him the expression of a mocking characterization of not believing what he's been told, except when he smiles, which he does on rare occasions when he has the opportunity to socialize with the crew, and is very much a fan of the cuisine on board the ship, but remains somehow active and fit.
Amazing. Thank you very much, everyone. So yes, that is the crew of the Gilded Jaguar. And we still have other two members. We have our medic, who is Rosalind, and our captain. Our captain name is something that I, of course, know off the top of my mind. Josephine Dawson, the White Whale. Josephine is a standard, it's not a cleric, it's just a nurse. She had like a basic training, always in white, impeccable. She might know a little bit of prestidigitation because she's always cleaning the uniform. The ones that have ever had an accident or something, you know that she can only cleanse your wound. You will have to kill yourself.
That's all.
That's all.
Okay.
Like keeping it clean and out of infection, right? Which it's a lot, right?
Yeah.
The captain, on the other hand, is a woman, a Goliath, with olive skin and beautiful albino hair. She doesn't have curly hair, but she curls it every day. She is quite lazy. So the first and the other first officer are always taking care of the ship. I honestly don't know how you're still in business with this crew, but still, you are. Mm-hmm. And you have so you are on the decks, and the decks have a set of cables that goes to some part of the ship, who knows where, but those cables are charging the ship, and there is a couple of lights all around to the platform, and there is a lot of noise, but there is a big speaker in some parts of the whole deck, and there is like an alarm, but nothing to worry about. It's just like the sign or the signal to to let people know that a ship is going to take off. In this case, it's yours. You know the deck master, and they know that you love Moose. Moose is a band of three individuals, and they use antlers as a costume. And they have a song called Unnatural Selection. And to the rhythm of Unnatural Selection, you start, the lights on the deck start going red, yellow, green, and the ship takes off. Nothing really happens during the first days. At some point, you've been traveling for a couple of weeks without much trouble. The first week, you moor in the last settlement, or the last closest settlement to the city. It's called Land's End Town. You refill your power sources. I mean, who knows how you did, but you did. Probably you outsourced that to some of the local people, and you sought advice from the weather tellers. They told you that the monsoon is coming, so just watch out for a really, really wet period of time. In the second week, you fought a cast of coatls, and unfortunately, the medic died. So it's fine. I mean, things like this happen. Probably Rosalind wasn't the first medic that you have lost in a while.
Was it Jestoon's fault, Ali? Did Jestoon poison the medic?
By cooking? What are we talking about?
Not intentionally. Yeah. So she was food poisoned.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that, things got slippery during battle.
Not the first time it's happened. Wow. That's fine.
Okay.
Quentin was sorry to see them die, but actually owed quite a lot in gambling debt, so he's slightly ambivalent about the whole thing.
I imagine you actually went through her possessions before disposing the body in the proper rituals. Probably you found a loaded die set and a couple of gold pieces. So
nice.
Oh,
she was.
See, this is why I play cards.
Yeah.
Because I there was always something a little fishy about her. So now, let's see.
Looks like she wasn't as squeaky clean as we thought she was.
No.
Always had my suspicions.
With that, this is the third week. You have lost communication with Land's End, and the journey starts taking its toll on you. The air is rare, and you can barely hear each other or the engines of the ship. Finally, Vavasor, you can see something in the horizon. You have been given the right description of the ship you're looking for. This is a huge cargo ship and is not moving at all. It actually seems a little bit tilted.
Okay. Interesting.
You tell that to your comrades, and the ship the captain gives the order to slow. Actually, the captain starts slowing, because nobody else was going to do it. The ship's going to slowly approach to it. We are probably 120 feet away.
Cool.
What would you do?
So first thing, Vavasor will have called down to say that that's where the ship is and guided the ship towards the other one. But then as soon as we get to within 120 feet, they're going to leap, and I'm assuming there's rigging, is there?
Yes, there is sails. There is
right.
Yeah.
So that's not what's used, but they're still there, which is awesome. So Vavasor is going to leap onto one of the ropes and slide down to where the captain is on deck, and come up to the captain and goes, "Can I go first? Can I go first? Can I go first? Please, it's so much fun, so much fun."
They are always smoking.
Nice.
We just lost the medic. I don't want to lose you. What was your name again?
Vavasor Blue.
Vavasor, don't die.
No.
And if you do, can I have your possessions?
Of course. But no, I'm the early warning system. I can go and find out what it is, but then I escape. I am better at escaping than anyone else.
She blows the smoke on your face and she casts guidance on you. And you're free to do.
Sweet. So, once we get within... Oh, hang on, what's my jumping? How far can one jump when one's a human?
Your strength plus times 15?
Times 15? I don't think that's going to work. Hang on. Oh, yeah, no. Okay, I don't have any jumping speed. What did you say?
So this is, wait a minute. Probably give you the carriage rather than the jump.
You can jump a distance equal to your strength score, provided you have a run-up of at least 10 foot. So whatever your strength score is what you can jump.
I can jump 5 feet.
You might as well walk, Ed.
Yeah, a little bit. So what I'm thinking is let's try and swing over if we're going to do this, because I'm hoping that we're acrobatic, because I'm slightly better at that.
So this is a small ship. So probably the highest that you could go is like a 30-feet mast. So if you hang in a 25 rope, you could sort of
swing. Yeah, that's what I'll attempt to do. Is yes, exactly from the crow's nest. I will have a rope attached.
Yeah.
That then hopefully I can swing across with and just drop down.
So probably you could actually use like a swing effect, propel yourself.
Yes.
Probably when we are about 50 feet, that would be possible. Right.
So I would say to the captain, I need 50 feet. Once we get within 50 feet of it, I can go on, I can explore, and I will tell you what's happened.
Right. And on the lower decks, some sort of alert will have been given in the kitchen and in the artillery room. Would you have gone up?
Yeah, probably. I mean, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, it depends on. I've got stuff cooking. I can't just leave that. Yeah, because it's gonna boil over, innit? I might kill someone else.
It definitely wouldn't want to leave an open fire on a ship.
It's health and safety at the end of the day,
Yes.
isn't it? I can switch it off, and I'll begin grumpily switching off.
Gwen, what is the actual state of it? Is it 50% cooked?
Oh,
Did you still raw, medium rare?
so the hob, whatever it is on, but the pan is not on the hob.
So you have anything that might go bad in the kitchen?
I think there's currently a lot of things that already have gone bad.
That was the problem.
Yes.
That was the reason why the nurse died. Got you.
As you leave the room, a couple of rats go out and start helping themselves, leaving because it's so bad that they are not going to eat this. On your way up, in the middle deck, you find Gwen.
All right, Gwen, darling. Go on. What's happening?
I'm from what I could hear. And I kind of like gesture through one of the open windows. Just the ship. Did you stuff something in your pockets before you came up?
People keep asking me that question, and I don't know why.
No? Oh,
It's just my wallet.
I'll start emptying out my pockets. There's all sorts of. There's like a moldy pear. There's like
Goldfish.
pocket lint. Yes. A bone from a seagull. I don't know what it is, but I can keep searching if that's something that you want me to do.
Well, I'd prefer you not, and I'll pick them up. Because he's just dropped them on my floor. I'll pick them up, and I would rather you not leave them here.
I'll put them back in there. That's fine. I'll put them back in.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. It's fine. I'll take it. But we should probably get ready to go, right? Because I don't think we want Vavasor to go by himself.
No.
Themselves.
No, I don't think they will fare very well on their own. It's good that they've got the cook with them. And also yourself, Gwen. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
To walk up to the main deck, you see Vavasor being Vavasor, just ready to jump. We're getting close to that point. And we also see Jax and... is it Quentin or... Yeah, Quentin, right? I thought it was Cantan, like the French one.
No.
I'm suddenly a French aristocrat. I like it.
So Cantan and Jax. I guess you enjoy seeing Vavasar doing what they do rather than trying to stop them, right? Are you making a bet maybe that would be something you usually do?
100%. I'm stood right as Gwen and Jeston approach. I'm stood shoulder to shoulder with Quentin, and I'm just going, how much do you reckon we're going to have to throw a rope over to catch him, to catch them? I'm going to bet you 5 gold.
5 gold that we do or 5 gold that we don't?
Either way, I don't know. Either way, I'll just nick it out of your pocket once we're done.
Since you are quite new to this gambling lark, but perhaps on the off chance that they won't make this ridiculous leap, we should prepare the grapnels or something of that nature.
Oh yes, I suppose that's a sensible thing to do. Can you smell something?
I'll be fine. Stop betting on me.
Reminds me of sorry, Vavasor, we are betting on your magnificence and whether you will do 1 or 2 somersaults.
Oh, 2.
20 gold.
Is everything all right, Vavasor? You look a little bit on edge.
No, absolutely fine. I've had quite a lot of coffee this morning, so I think it's even better.
Oh, Jesus.
Did Jastoon make the coffee for you?
No.
Oh. Whose coffee are you drinking?
My coffee.
What?
Is it actually coffee?
I call it coffee. I think it's more like crack, but nevertheless.
Sure.
I imagine
that makes sense. Yeah.
They are drinking. So there's been always a cup near the steering wheel that fills with rainwater, and where the captain always put the ashes of the cigarette. Who knows what is in the cigarette, but Vavasar calls it coffee. So,
perfect. That's exactly right.
Who knows, right?
Disgusting.
You get close enough to do your jump.
Yep, my swing. Cool.
First roll of the night. Could you please make me acrobatics?
Please. Because so the thing is, the difference between my acrobatics score and my athletics score is 14.
Oh, crap.
So I needed to be acrobatics quite badly. Okay.
We're just going to let this happen, huh?
Oh, yeah. Just let them do what they're going to do. I think that's
great. We have a bet on it.
It's fine. 26.
Please describe me, how did you leap into the air and land 3 points hero pose?
Yeah, exactly. So starting off in the crow's nest, because the rope is sort of tied around like that, and I'm going to leap out backwards, if you see what I mean. So I get the swing. Exactly. So it comes out and around and then up again, which is when I let go of the rope, do the 2 somersaults, because I think with 26 I can, and then land, and then turn around, just looking very pointedly at the 2 people who are betting on me.
You owe me 20 gold.
As you land on the ship, it's a little tilted. You don't trip, but it's a little bit like, oh my God, what is this? I've never been in such position. Well, maybe you have, but you see no one. The ship continues. It's maybe now 20 feet close, but you land and there is no one.
Like, is there any evidence that anyone? Do you see what I mean? Like, is there a cup? Is there some rope, or is it just empty?
You can see random items left around, but just like nobody has done the cleaning in a while. Not like everybody tossed their items. It's just random stuff.
Yeah. So it doesn't look like it's been sort of stripped bare, but just that there are no people here. That's I got you. Okay. So, First thing to do would be to go over and then sort of poke with their foot, like a couple of the items, and give it a sort of to make it sort of like it's not just touching it. It's like giving it a kick and seeing if anything comes out of it. Seeing if, do you see what I mean?
You kick a rope,
yes,
a knife, and probably a barrel. Nothing happens. They just roll all the way, and as it is tilted, they go to one side.
Yeah, got you. I can't see. Okay. Also, hopefully for the second roll of the day, I'd like to make a perception roll, but I want to look at like the entrances and exits of like from the deck. So I don't want to go over to them yet, but I want to do a perception roll on them first to see like have they been broken open, have they been, are they shut, that kind of stuff.
So I will repeat this when we got into fight. Not that we're going into a fight.
No. Of course not.
But
No,
yes.
of course
not. This is a huge cargo ship. You are on the main deck. You landed as well. So you're on the front of the ship, and you can see those items, and then there is 3 masts. The middle one is the biggest one. It goes probably 50, 60 feet height. In the middle or next to it, there is a hatch door. It has the classic grid door that we all see from pirate movies. The end of this deck, you can see the massive steering wheel, nothing around it. The sails, they seem that somebody put them down, or maybe because it has been abandoned for a while, they are just they were torn down. So hard to say if they are properly taken down or just because of nature, right? You don't see signs of any struggle at all. You see as well a couple of you have been friends with Jetson for a while, and you know how rotten food looks like. There is a couple of barrels that are leaking that you'll say apples, maybe limes, who knows? Whatever was inside is leaking already. So it's been a couple of weeks since anything has happened here.
Okay. Justoon.
Yeah, mate.
I think there's some fruit for you here.
Oh, bring it over, because it's been a while since we've had some fruit in it. You know, we're all getting a touch of the old scurvy, so bring it over.
And so I am literally I don't know how big the barrel is, but I want to pick up one and basically throw it across the thing towards Justoon.
Ed, we are the 2 least strong people here, and I'm down for this.
I know.
Could you please make me a dexterity check?
You want to make another bet?
Wonderful.
So, Vavasor, strength check.
Oh, damn it.
To throw it, and Jetsun, dexterity check to catch it.
Okay.
Desperately trying to make a bet with Jax here.
I think it's going to go all over them.
Take that.
It wasn't a good throw, and I've got -3, so it's a 3.
I got 24 with a natural 20, so
beautiful.
I'm just great with rotten fruit, I guess.
You are just expecting if this would have been successful on the other side, it would have been an amazing catch.
So maybe I get all the fruit, but then all the liquid comes and just drenches me or something. Let's go with that.
I love it. Yes. You clearly are used to this, so please.
Oh, it's been a while since I've had a wash. Thank you, Vavasor.
At least that smell's gone now. Although it's replaced with a different smell.
It's not gone.
Do I need to pay you, Quinton, or do you pay me? I'm not sure how this works.
Well, I would say I won the bet about the jumping, and you won the bet about it going everywhere. So for now, we are even.
Oh. Quinton, can you smell anything? Because I swear down, there is no smell.
No, I have the anosmia, so it's good that I'm serving on the ship.
Oh, great. Yeah, nice.
At this point, both of the ships are sort of next to each other, just at the tip, so they can put like a plank for everybody just to cross. As the ship stops, you can hear a door loudly shutting. You know that the captain, when you're on a mission, they just close the door, it's for safety. Their safety. Like, I don't want to know what they are gonna do, as long as they do it, and we go back, and I get paid.
Okay. Yeah.
What a strange relationship we have with our captain.
Absolutely. I trust them implicitly, though. So Vavasaur is going to get out their. They have a. Oh, where is it? They have a automatic pistol of warning.
Mhm.
So that's going to be brought out.
Nice.
And so yes, while the weapon is in Vavasaur's hands, yes, if I or any of my companions within 30 feet of me, we can't be surprised, except when incapacitated.
Mhm.
So be aware, people. This is good, but that means I still want Vavasaur still wants to be the lead in this party, as in like the investigator.
Your fruit is oozing and your weapon is oozy.
Very good.
DM, I just have a question. Is it light currently?
It's very cloudy, so remember that the monsoon is coming, so it's all clouds. Yeah, it hasn't started raining, but they said it's coming.
Okay.
Yeah. Quentin squares his shoulders, standing up to his full 6 feet, and sweeps back the shoulder-length white hair with a side nod to Jack. Says, "Perhaps we should tie the boats together."
It sounds good. Do you want to take the rear end and I'll take the front end, and we'll just tie it off?
Mais oui, mon capitaine. Just grab a grapnel and swing it and try and hook the boats together, as is military tactics.
Yeah, traditional.
As is tradition.
You're paladin, right? Are you a strength-based paladin?
Yeah.
So I guess it's enough just to do the knot, and they are, if not fused, they are really well tied together.
Just at this point, Vavasaur, with shield out and pistol raised, is going to go over to the main the grid door in the center of the deck by the big mast.
Yes.
And trying to be as stealthy as possible.
Hold on. I'm
What?
gonna just pass without a trace for all of us.
Oh, nice. Yes,
So you
let's do
each
that.
get plus 10 to your stealth rolls.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay, that's hilarious. Please, can I make a stealth roll? Just because I'd like to.
I mean, it's gonna be like 41, right?
Well, let's see.
For the audience, we are playing level 11, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yes.
Yeah, no, this is good. In which I'd just like to take a stealth roll anyway, even if it's not actually going to help anything, because. Wow. Yeah, 35.
With a 35, not even you know you're there.
Exactly.
So-
I'm invisible to myself.
Yes, it is going to be an introspective journey for you. What am I? What am I doing here?
What is life?
Yes.
Exactly.
So, what kind of shoes are you wearing?
None.
That is why your feet just silence any noise that you could possibly do, which is not much. And you approach to this hatch door.
Yeah.
It's really dark down there, but you could see some figures at the end. They seem to be afraid of something. They are just covering, hiding in the corner, sort of thing. With your passive perception, you also see that underneath in the same level underneath the steering wheel, there is a light inside the captain's cabin.
Right. Oh, okay. So I can see some figures, but I can't tell what they are.
Yes.
So, how many of them are there?
You cannot really say,
Right.
well, because these are really long ships, about 100 feet. No,
Yes.
wait a second, 50 feet.
Oh,
So
okay.
they are on the end of the deck, of
Got
the
you.
lower deck. So it's hard to say.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is turn around and to somebody who we've done this to, because we're a crew that's worked together quite a long time. I imagine that Vavasaur has their own like sign language. which no one really understands, but it's kind of like...
It seems like the Macarena at the beginning. But then
exactly.
It evolved to an actual tactic.
But it's what I'm trying to explain is there's loads of figures down there, but I can't exactly see who they are. I think what everyone gets is something's going on.
I'm just going to kind of motion over to the rest and just say, oh, they're getting the ends out again, aren't they? Oh, I have no idea what the heck they're on about.
It's like someone miming juggling.
Yeah, oh, maybe
they
they're
must have had some of your fermented fruit earlier.
Maybe they're feeling excited.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to wave back.
I finish tying off the rear end of the ship, and then I hop over.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh, no,
just pulling me boots on. Heavy boots.
So if the rear is in the front and the front is in the rear, Jax would be in the front of the other ship, and Kantan would be close because they don't have the same length, closer to the steering wheel. So Kantan would see more of what Vavasor is trying to say. So Jax jumps near the front of the cargo ship.
So having tried to indicate to them what's going on, Vavasor is now going to... Can I enter the space where the figures are? As in, can I get through to the lower deck?
You would need somebody to help you to open the hatch.
Okay.
And then, yes.
I'd be looking to just hold up a hand to steady Vavasor for a second or two while I make my way over, specifically to help.
Indicate furiously at you to come over.
Yeah. Do you need me to try and stealth? Because that ain't going to be pretty.
Yes, please.
You get +10?
Yes.
Yeah, still ain't.
I believe.
So I'm guessing that is a full plate, so you have disadvantage?
Yep.
Oh man.
Clangy,
that's a 16.
16.
Not bad.
You jump, and there is a huge loud noise from all the parts of your armor. Everybody is surprised that nothing happens. So, yes. So it's like, usually when that happens, that's the sign for the enemy to attack you. But now, no attacks so far. And
gesture to the other two still on the ship to join. I can't currently see Jax, but I just want to do a quick divine sense before Vavasor goes in.
Nice.
To see if I can sense any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet.
Mm-hmm. You don't detect anything, but that's also like it doesn't give you the sense of there is nothing. It gives you the sense of nothing is here, if that makes sense. Like,
yeah, there's an absence and there's an absence even of the echo of nothing being there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow! Yeah, so we just literally. Okay.
Something about this feels weird, mon ami.
And
just before we go underneath, I'm just gonna hand you out a carrot each. Now this is a material component for the spell Dark Vision, so you've got to eat it. Yeah, you got to eat the whole thing. And what it means is you can see in the dark.
Brilliant.
Just in case, because you never know.
I've just realized you don't need to give that to me. I've got Eyes of Night.
Oh.
Which I've just realized it means I have dark vision with a range of 300 feet.
Oh, amazing.
I have devil's sight, but I'm happy for carrots to be handed out.
Carrots all around.
Fine.
I love to see that my players were so prepared to fuck my campaign.
I'm going to eat the carrot. As I hop over, I'll take the carrot and I begin eating it. Look away and see there's a maggot inside it.
Oh yeah, just pick that one out. Yeah, you don't have
just
to
flip
eat
it
that.
away and then just carry on eating.
Yeah.
And
protein.
I think I'm going to use. I think I'm going to use my Prime Evil Awareness. I spend one of my Ranger spell slots, and for 1 minute, I can sense whether the following types of creatures are present within 1 mile of me, and that is aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. The feature doesn't work. It doesn't reveal the creature's location or their number. Just tells me if they're within a mile.
Yeah.
How far did you say?
1 mile.
1 mile. as you open your senses to what is going on around you, you sort of turn down, expecting to see something coming from the hatch. There's nothing. But then you feel... So, maggots, you have been into the kitchen, and from time to time, why? I don't know, but a maggot falls from the ceiling. And the same sensation, but probably if the maggot could be like huge. So that sort of viscous feeling. Oh, you feel it. And as you turn up, there's nothing, but there is definitely a aberration feeling somewhere up there.
Aberration. Nice. Okay.
I'm not near anybody at the moment, so I'm going to carry on walking up the ship towards where I believe the others are. Just going to have a look around just to see. You say it's a cargo ship, so it has like containers or crates and things. So I'm just going to be looking down into that area just to see if I can see anything, but I'm not going to go down there.
There is a lot of crates that also don't let you to see the figures that are at the end. I guess you can see some labels. All of them are basically vegetables. Some of them were fish. How they keep it fresh, I don't know, but there was fish. And maybe even gunpowder, just random stuff too. Wow. Like usual. There's nothing that calls your attention at this point.
I can see that this is going to be a paradise for Jestoon. Gunpowder and fresh fish. I remember the time they mixed them together.
It was beautiful, wasn't it? Hey.
When is are you still on the other ship?
For now, I'm kind of just keeping an eye out, especially as Vavasaur was, miming to us about things. I'm worried about Quentin making an obvious amount of noise. I'm just kind of trying to keep an eye on things, like just from a distance.
Yeah, are you close to the end of both ships, or were they join, or you like back in the ship?
No, I'm close to like the edge of our ship, but like just like not on like the front or the back, closer towards like the middle, I guess.
Yeah.
So just let me start. Sort of.
Because I was gonna primeval awareness, but then Josh took it.
Do it anyway, and then you can have the maggot.
And then I have enough of that when going into the kitchen. So
what is when passive perception?
22.
You're the kind of
perceptive.
Yeah. From all this crazy crew, you're the one that has the highest precaution of everything. So you always stay a little bit behind and keep an eye on everything. And you hear what you think is the sound of wings, just like just one flutter. Make me a perception check if you want to know the sort of direction.
I do.
Do it, yeah.
Darn. Only 19.
Only. That's not good. That's.
It's not that great. I know. It's upsetting.
It's below the level of the main deck. So if something is lurking over there, you would not be able to see it because you will need to pick out. And it's sort of on the front of you ship, which means towards the direction of the rear of the other ship.
Yeah.
Once I hear that, I'm absolutely gonna start to run. Luckily, I've got boots of elven kind, so my footsteps. I'm very, very quiet, literally all the time, which is another one of the problems that I mentioned earlier, where it's hard to not run into her. But I will make a run because I want to see what this is.
Would you pick?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So you see nothing at this point, but there is also this rain that is starting to fall. So you know there is something out there. Where it is, I mean, they can fly, so they could be probably underneath. It could be anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't check, but I'm plenty sure no one of you can fly, right?
No.
No, unfortunately.
Massive oversight.
Yeah, it is.
Great.
Hope somebody prep Featherfall if they can.
We are in the air. That is a very good
Jesus.
point.
Yes. So yes. Then again, it's not heavy rain, but it started to rain slightly. Back into the people that is close to the hatch. Are you going to?
Yeah, Vavasaur is trying to indicate that they are going to go down first. If Quentin has come over with the idea of helping, then I think Vavasaur would indicate, like, right. And
since we have Jax and Contender, I guess each one of you will open one. So White's open. And yes, you can see hundreds of crates. There's a lot of merch here. Who knows which one's still good? Probably Jetsun doesn't care, but there is a lot of stuff here.
Okay, so Vavasaur isn't going to concentrate on the cargo yet because they have seen figures, so they know that there's something else. So what they're going to do? Would I still be able to use the last stealth roll to get down into the thing? Or do I need to...
I mean, yes, absolutely.
Great.
With a pat on the back and a bon chance, Quentin casts guidance.
Amazing. Okay, cool, perfect. So I'm gonna get, like, leap sounds too sort of noisy for what I'm doing, because if I'm being stealthy about it, then I will just try and get down on top of the cargo and then try and get down to.
Yes, there is some. So there is not only one level of crates. So probably there will be some crates piled on each other, so you can easily find a way to not jump, but to descend.
Move. Yes, exactly. Yeah. So what I want to do is try and go to the side of the ship that is furthest away from our ship. Do you see what I mean? So I want to go on the other side. So I'm on the far side of the ship.
Yeah.
And then I want to try. And then what I want to start to do is like a lap. Do you see what I mean? So I want to go around the edge of the deck to see if I can see any of the. So I'm aware I've got the shield up and the pistol ready.
Could you? So there is some sort of ropes all around the walls of the ship and things that they use to keep the cargo fixed and it doesn't sort of goes wobbly. So make me a acrobatic check to see if you can acrobatically move towards around this sort of network of ropes.
Perfect.
To essay a sachet.
Yes. Do I have to say that I'm using guidance before I roll?
Not really, but just use it.
Yeah, cool. Thank you.
Just before Vavasaur goes off, I'm going to, as I approach the pair of them, I'm going to do this, like symboling the entire ship, and then I start going. You start doing that, and then
nice.
Trying to signal aberrations because he thinks ghosts.
Is that the sign, the international sign for aberration?
That's our sign for it.
Why not?
Just put it on the wiki.
Whisper to you, what?
I'd say Vavasaur is going to nod furiously because they certainly think that they know what you mean, and that they are still ready. So I got. Hang on. Well, how much is guidance a D4 or a D6?
A D4. Yes.
D4.
Yeah.
So I managed to get 23.
Beautiful. So yes, you are able to sort of Tarzan-like go all around. I would say this network of ropes can give you most of the round. Probably there will be some places that you cannot see that you will have to go by foot. But as you go all the way around, then again, you see no sign of struggle. Some items on the floor, but just at the end, on top of where the figures are, you see around 8 people just crouching down, but they are rock solid.
Oh,
they are made of stone.
Wow. So again, you remember Vavasor went up to the items on the deck and sort of gave them a push with their foot. It's going to be the same kind of thing now. I mean, slightly more gentle because they don't want to knock them over, but there's definitely going to be going up and going.
They don't move at all, and as you are closer to this, you see that actually one figure is broken already. So probably 1 out of the 8 might not have a fix to this.
Okay.
And make me a investigation check.
Yes. Okay. Investigation, you say?
Yes.
Might be all right. I'm gonna, because I believe the captain gave me 1 guidance and then Quentin gave me 1 guidance.
They don't, but roll it.
Thank you.
Yes.
Very kind. Oh, nice. 19.
I think guidance is just a one-off.
Okay.
Well, it's all right. So as you kick it, you see these other pieces, and a question comes to your mind, like, what would they be looking at? And as you crouch at the same position that they are holding, you can see that they are looking up to where the hatch is. So they were sort of hiding from something that was up.
Okay. So what it looks like is that something from the direction of the hatch cast something on them or did something to them that would have made them like. Are they doing the crouching down like they're trying to get away from something?
Absolutely.
Right. Okay, cool. So I'm going to keep going round and try and do the full circuit.
You find yourself on the opposite side where you find all the 3 bodies, but these ones look like they had a sort of fighting.
Oh.
So yes, instead of having this, they are probably just more like, 2 of them might be broken already, but what you can recollect is that they had a sort of confrontation.
Okay, so they might have tried to fight back and the other ones. Right. Okay, so if I get round then, if there's so the only things that I have found on this deck is the loads and loads and loads of cargo, and then 8 people up at the 8 people at one end, and then how many people did you say were fighting?
So there were 6 on one side and 3 on the other one. So they are at least 9.
Yes.
In the lower deck.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna get back round to where I came in from, if you see what I mean, and try and jump up and hold on to the edge of the hatch, and then pull my head up. Found people. There's people.
Where?
Downstairs, on the deck, but they're all stone. They've been petrified.
They're stoned?
No, they are made of stone. They're petrified.
It's called a statue.
No. They looked scared. They looked like they'd been turned into stone by something.
Oh.
They're not statues. I think they're real people made of stone.
I would suggest that we put ourselves on alert, no?
That's why I got my gun.
At this point, after having heard what I heard and not actually seen anything, I would have hopped over the ship and I would have made my way towards where everybody else is kind of gathered. And I show up just as Vavasor's explaining everything about the statues, and I'll just lean in real quietly and just say, "There's something flying, down. It's down. I couldn't see it. I could hear it. I don't know what it is, but there's something."
I sensed aberrations when I was using my awareness. Could that be related? Could they be the same thing?
What is an aberration that turns things into stone and doesn't have any use for any of this cargo?
And it sounded like it had feather wings, that was what clued me into the sound, was the sound of flapping wings, but I couldn't see it.
Do any of you know something that could do this. They're flying, the aberration, they turn into stone. I have not heard of such a thing.
Could I do a history check?
Vavasaur is not that clever.
Neither's Justin. Well, Justin is, but not with history.
Nah.
I'm pressing the button. Oh.
To add your memory, no?
Well, it was a 5. I will have the D4.
Aide mémoire.
It rolled 2 D4s for some reason. So they're both the same 2. So 7 DM, 7.
Short answer, no. But, I mean, nothing that you know, but these kind of missions require a sort of briefing of what kind of creatures are likely for you to find. And you recall that nothing of the sort, I mean, it's either an aberration, but not one that flies, or something that flies, but not that turns them into. So, yeah, you might be dealing with different kind of creatures here.
Yeah, this isn't something that was written down in the book that we get, the book that we all get before we set off on the journey that says, you're probably likely to experience birds. Probably likely to experience, scurvy.
Who gives you
it
this
wasn't
book?
written. Oh, we just get them, when we land at port at Land's End, you get the book.
Don't give me these books.
Flashback. Every one of you gets a self-briefing material.
The problem is Vavasaur can't read, so he's just like, what the hell is this? Throws it away.
Yeah. Extra lu pepper.
Yes. It's exactly the feeling.
Papi at the toilet.
Could it potentially be something that's been smuggled in one of the crates and is maybe broken out?
Oh.
Did you see a broken crate when you were down there?
So I'm going to have to try and remember this. Will that have to be like, I wasn't looking for that. Did I see anything like that?
You will have to go down because as the network of ropes were up, you will have to have a look ground level to see if anything was.
Yeah. So I will disappear and start doing the same circuit again to see if there was anything to see if there is a big crate that was broken. If you see what I mean.
Do you want us to come with you this time, Vavasaur?
Okay.
Before Vavasaur gets down there, since obviously they're going to be scrambling around, I know we're all going to kind of go, but I'll just reach out and I'll put my hand on him and I'll say, or put my hand on them, and I will just say, I'm just try and be careful this time. And with that, I'm actually going to cast protection from evil and good on you against aberrations specifically.
Right. Continue, and I will make
a note. So, but I think when because I presume you've cast this on Vavasaur before.
Yes.
So what they get is it's like they've had when you get a shiver down your spine. If you times that by about 1,000, so what they get is a sort of yes, I'm ready now.
Just before you go, who in the party would describe themselves as being frontliners potentially?
Jax.
I'm assuming Jax, myself, and Vavasaur. But I can only cast this on up to 4. So whom out of Jestoon and Gwen would most benefit from emboldening bond? Because I presume I would know from having served both.
I mean, ideally nobody's paying attention to me, and I'm in the shadows. So Jestoon probably.
Yep. In which case, the emboldening bond, which will feel like the last rays of summer on a long day, just sort of washing over you, and we feel bonded, and that will last for 10 minutes. It's a D4 to attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, and it does stack with spells.
I've always liked you, Quentin. I really appreciate it.
I've always enjoyed your cooking. It is the only thing strong enough for me to taste.
Not many people tell me that they like my cooking. That's lovely. That is. Thank you.
It helps to be immune from disease, no? Just
You always give me a warm, fuzzy feeling inside when you do that.
C'est très amusant, mon ami.
Nice. With that, so it could be Vavasaur and Jetson, the only ones going down.
That's fine by me.
I'll go down as well.
Jestoon will be near the back.
I'll be hanging out outside, kind of watching the skies, readied action, Eldritch Blast in case an enemy comes flying out of somewhere.
Nice.
And I probably wouldn't want Quentin to be alone. So, and since I've got really good perception and I am the most observant one on the ship, it makes sense that I stay up top. Let the ground crew handle it.
I'm glad to have you here with me, Gwen. It is a pleasure.
Yes. So
Always.
let me just check something.
David, do we have to be near you for the comforting bond to stick?
Within 30 feet. I'm just wondering how.
That's because if I'm going to do.
Oh no! Wait, you only have to be within 30 feet of me when I cast it, and then as long as you're within any bonded creatures within 30 feet of another bonded creature.
Oh,
it works.
nice! Oh, we can definitely do that then. That's good.
Remember that when Vavasor was looking around, they saw a faint light in the captain's room.
Oh yeah.
They did not communicate that, but Jax. And when with the perceptions, you would have noticed that as well, but it hasn't been told.
No, I haven't thought about that because I'm more interested in what's.
And as the ones that are going down jump, you land safely. Well, you descend using the crates.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
As I land, I draw my greatsword.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Okay. I go left, you go right?
I'll just stay here, shall I? I'll just...
Okay, I go left. Jax, you go right.
Okay.
And I will start, but this time, rather than using the ropes, it'll be slower, but I want to go on the ground and round again.
So something that may cause this if what you say is what happened, might need a big crate. So no need for a roll to investigate. You if there is something, you will find it. So to the left is where the 6 creatures are that seems to be hiding, and on the right are where the 3 figures were sort of fighting. Jax, you find a crater that was, if not destroyed, it seems like perfectly cut, just like butter.
Oh wow!
The one, like, it seems like the creature that get out of here went to the back. So probably they were lurking to something, and then they just went a little bit back, and then went up. On the opposite side, you Vavasor, you find nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing at all. Did you find anything?
There's a crate that looks like it's been cut perfectly in half by something, and it looks to be what could be the cause of the fight here. And I'll point towards where the bodies are in pieces on the floor.
Oh God. Okay. I want to go over and not investigate it, but like look at it as well, because it's not that I don't trust what Jack says, but I need to see how something can be cut like butter like that.
Yes.
And it really freaks me out.
What the hell could do that?
Both of you, could you please make me a wisdom saving throw? Vavasor at advantage. Jack,
thank you.
Flat roll.
Okay.
And the +4.
Bad. Oh, and +4, yes.
Plus D4.
Oh, thank God for that.
Just the D4.
Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant.
Yeah, no worries.
14?
21 in total.
14, you fail. Jax, you pass. You see a faint reflection of a spherical object sort of floating around. As you pay more attention, you've been maybe instructed or told that there are invisible sensors that allows individuals from afar look around other locations.
Okay. Interesting.
Is everything all right?
I feel weird.
Jax, is everything all right?
I think we might have triggered some sort of trap on the ship. Some
Do you
sort
want
of
me to-
security measure.
Do you want me to signal to the others, or are we keeping going?
Well, we haven't found anything except this box. What are we looking for?
I don't know. I mean, what about the captain's quarters over there? The lights on it. Should we go investigate that?
Yes, good idea. So, Vavasaur is always keen to be the first anywhere, and so we'll try and scramble up and get to the captain's cabin first.
As you start going up again, you see the sensor stays there. It doesn't follow you; just stays really close to the box.
Right.
And now it's raining a little bit heavier, but it's not yet an issue for anybody.
Okay.
You are all together up on the main deck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There was a light. There was a light in the captain's cabin. I think we go and investigate that now.
Sounds like a good idea. Yes, I agree. I'll follow your lead.
Okay. So again, with the gun and the shield up, going to go over to the captain's cabin.
So you're in front of the door, and because it's a little bit tilted, so the door is closed. It was closed, but now it hangs just slightly open with the wind slightly opening.
Okay. I would like to take a stealth roll to try and go in there as quickly and quietly as possible.
More of a sleight of hand, just to do the quick movement and everything.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So does pass without trace affect sleight of hand?
+10 bonus to dexterity stealth checks, specifically stealth.
Oh, it's just stealth. Okay, how annoying. No, but I see what you mean. That it's much more sleight of hand to get in there. I will go with that instead. 16.
Tell me what you want to do.
So, the door is slightly open, right? Is the gap wide enough for me to go through it, like without touching the door?
No, you will have to open it. But
right.
Then, how do you want to get in? So, I guess my question is, as quickly as possible, or to get the best position as possible?
So what I would want to do is open it. So if you see, I would want to open it so I am behind the door. So if someone is looking at the door opens, but there's nobody there. There's no figure there. And then after that, come around the door and go in and try and take up the best position.
Good. So if you're looking at the door this way, you will have to locate yourself on the left, sort of kick it or just push it, and then go this way.
Yes.
So you could end up on the right side of the room.
Yes.
Looking this way, but whatever is in your behind the right side will be a sort of, who knows?
I got you. That's as good as I will get it. So I want to be in control of like the left side of the room, but there will be space. But that's
Vavasaur makes this really dexterous move. You end up opening the door. The door sort of, it doesn't slam on the other side, but wide open, so everybody can see this scene. And you step aside on the right of the room, and you see two figures, one made of rock and the other rotting. This is a captain and something that looks like a Medusa thing. They both are dead. The captain is stabbing this creature with a sword, and the other creature has just all the snakes looking at the captain. And with that, we're going to our break. Thank you very much. We'll see you in a bit. We're going to have a short rest, and we're going to have some consumables, and we'll see you in a bit. Thank you.
Bye.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Hero Forge. Hero Forge offers fully customizable tabletop minis with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. You can see all of the minis that we designed for this stream in the overlay, and they animate when we enter the combat, so look out for that. Hero Forge are fantastic, so do check out the Pro membership where you can get premium access to features ahead of time, and beta access to things, and all sorts of cool stuff that just makes your life a lot easier. And you can check them out at heroforge.com.
We are delighted to be sponsored by Ultra Pro. They make accessories for D&D, Magic the Gathering, and more. My favourite part of their collection are their figurines of adorable power. Here is their gazer. They also make other things such as deck boxes if you play Magic the Gathering. You can find all of Ultra Pro stuff at ultrapro.com.
Hey friends, check out our new sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for a carefully curated menagerie of click-clack math rocks for your delectation. Check out their entire selection at phoenixdice.com, and just so you know, Phoenix Dice are all about living gloriously in the worlds of tabletop games and sustainably in this one, which means their dice are working to be recycled, their packaging is recycled, the dice are made of sustainable materials. It's all great stuff. You should definitely get involved. You can also join us today in chat with a chance to be in a raffle and win some Phoenix Dice of your own. Just put !dice into chat and you'll be in with a chance to win.
We are proud to be sponsored by Alchemy RPG. Reimagine your gaming experience with Alchemy. They're focused on creating immersive, cinematic experiences everywhere you interact with tabletop role-playing games. You could be playing a game, creating a world, streaming, watching live games, discovering new content. Look at all the cool stuff that they are doing there. You can use environmental motion art, scene-based music, seamless character management to run your games over the internet, with upcoming features including homebrew content, streaming overlays, and spectator mode. So go and check out alchemyrpg.com.
We're delighted to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a Dungeons & Dragons strategy video game that brings together D&D characters from novels, adventures, and multiple live streams into a single grand adventure. Select your heroes and formation and battle through waves of monsters for free on PC, phone, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. You can pop ! Code into chat for a free Electrum chest.
We are also supported by Warriors of Waterdeep. Take your team of warriors on a quest spanning the Forgotten Realms, all on your mobile. Power up your teams with items, work with your guild to defeat hordes of enemies, and test your mettle in the arena. And to make all of that work, you need gems. As we frequently say, the hunt for gems is real. Pop !WOW gems into chat for a link to collect free gems and get yourself that nice sword you've been looking at. or revive your heroes against a deadly foe. Download link !Warriors of Waterdeep in chat.
We're delighted to be supported by Neverwinter. In Neverwinter, explore and defend one of the most beautiful cities from Dungeons & Dragons' Forgotten Realms campaign setting as it rises from the ashes of destruction. Epic stories, action combat, and classic role-playing await those heroes courageous enough to enter the fantastic world of Neverwinter. Neverwinter is completely free to play, so set yourself up an account today and pop !NW gift into chat for a link to a free gift.
Check out our supporters at D&D Beyond, your guide to digital D&D. Make character sheets online, share them in a campaign, and track all of those tasty little stats in one easy place. You can use the Beyond app to track your characters on the go. You can also use their encounter tracker and archive monsters to run any smooth combat thing. You know what I'm saying? You're a DM, you've done this before. You know D&D Beyond is the place to go. You can also check out our character sheets and !characters in Twitch chat below.
Check out our wonderful supporters Elderwood Academy, who make beautiful bespoke gaming-themed gear, including hex chest dice boxes, spellbook deck boxes disguised as bespoke ancient arcane tomes, and scroll and codex dice tower and rolling tray pairings. Make your own with their online designer at elderwoodacademy.com.
And we're back. What's gonna happen? Who knows? Who's gonna die? I hope everyone. Every bad guy, right?
Right.
No, I definitely believe you now.
No shadow of doubt in my mind.
We finished our long rest and our consumables, and we're gonna jump back to our game. First half, we were doing some sort of exploration on the underdecks of the ship, and we found some victims, let's say, of a creature able to transform things into stone. We also find a possible way how this creature got into the ship, and something that looks like extra magical planar thingy sensor that Jax was able to spot. After that, we went to investigate the captain's cabin, where Vavasaur dexterously, nimbly, was able to jump into the room just to witness the last moment of the captain, who might have died a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Yes, Vavasaur, you find yourself inside the room. You see this image of the captain and this other creature that at first glance looks feminine, but who is to say at this time?
Medusa.
They might be dead for a couple of weeks, so their body is rotten and decomposing. There is no problem with the smell because you live with Jetsun, but a couple of weeks so far. They are against the wall, so actually the sword of the captain is encrusted in of the thing, as the what is remaining of the body sort of is just hanging from the petrified body of the captain.
Brilliant. So does it look like so we're in the captain's cabin, so I imagine that the captain was in his cabin when he was surprised by the Medusa, but managed to stick the Medusa before, just at the same time as.
It gives you the impression that because the Medusa is against the wall,
yes,
the Medusa was in the room before the captain.
Yes, I see. But he managed to react quick enough that he managed to stab. I see. Vavasaur isn't nearly clever enough to figure that out. Okay. Vavasaur is going to come to the door. I think I found the problem.
What have you found?
There's a Medusa. Rotting.
Is that the thing with the snake head?
Yes.
How rotting? Like, is it 70% gone? Is it 50% gone? Is it still edible?
You want to eat Medusa?
I've never tried it. Might as well start now.
Okay. I will go back. This is horrible.
Makes me a nature check, please.
No. It's going to get better than that. But yes, I will make the nature check because Vavasaur, because they're an idiot, is going to go back in and go over and sort of do the and just going to give the Medusa a lick. Hang on, where's my skills? So nature, you say? Oh wow. 22.
There is some bits still edible, which is like 5% of it. However, Jetsun, so everything is edible here.
So what I'm going to do is try and take. Which bit am I going to try and take? So I'm going to try and take So on the bit below your collarbone is a sort of fleshy bit under here. I am if anyone wants me to stop this, then I'm very, very happy to, but I'm going to try and take out like a sort of medallion of Medusa flesh and then go and present it to Jetsun. Is this okay?
This is the first bit of meat we will have had in about, 3 weeks. I'll keep that, and I'm going to put it into my satchel.
So, Vavasaur, what kind of, do you have a knife, a cut glass?
Oh, yes, good point. I've got a...
Did you shoot at it and then...
Well, no, that was the thing. I was imagining I was going to grab it with my fingers, but actually I think you're right. I think there would be... So I've got a short sword. So it would be a thing of like pulling it out like that.
So as you are butchering the body of this Medusa, 2 things happened. The first, for the ones that are outside, a loud noise, no, actually the opposite, a flash followed by a loud noise. A thunder illuminates the whole thing. And it's in that moment when the storms breaks and it starts like pouring down. The second thing is that you hear from there is a small window on your left.
Yeah. Okay.
And you are distracted that you don't see that something has stealthy left the room, and you hear flapping wings.
Yes. Okay. So whilst I'm trying to do my butchery, first of all, there's a flash of thunder and flash of lightning and a crash of thunder, which is going to distract me. And then I look over to the window and I don't see anything, but I know something's gone out of there and I hear the wing flaps. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So, yes, Vavasaur is going to turn around. Something just flew out the window. Something just flew out the window.
Run round to the other side.
Yes.
On that side, it would have been Jax and Jetsun, the ones that probably would have seen something going away on that side of the ship.
Okay. So yeah, what's it called? Perception, I presume.
Yeah, if Jax and Jetsun wants to give me a perception check.
Mm-hmm.
Jetsun, did you see anything? Where is it? Oh, wow.
I rolled a 20 in total.
Nice.
Around a 13.
Shame.
Because
on your house.
of the rain, you don't see anything, but you see the absence of something in the sense of there is something invisible there. So you see the drops crashing with something, and then you can sort of follow this small figure thing, medium size figure with wings, and it sort of flies up to the point that you cannot see anything. But just like in Peter Pan, there is a trial of something that I will say is not fairy dust. It's not fairy dust. It's clearly not fairy dust. I actually don't know what it is, but
there is a trail leading off. Okay.
Yes. And for Kantan and Wen, it's raining, but you are not getting wet anymore. As you look up, it seems like a platform a rounded platform has covered your heads. It's probably around 25 feet diameter, and it stops raining. So there is a big circle of the ship that is not raining on anymore, and then the rest is it's pouring down because it seems solid. So the rain that is falling on top of it, then it starts making a small and beautiful waterfall on the sides.
Oh,
amazing!
I don't think that's a good thing.
What the hell is that? Is going to be the reaction from Vavasaur.
Oh, merde.
Yeah.
As if there is not any reaction, you see that there is in the middle of this platform. You don't know if on top of the platform or maybe some feet up, a conjuration circle is starting to form. It's probably 40-50 feet away.
Wow.
Don't know if that counts as an enemy I can attack with my readied action. I suspect not.
It's just a circle.
Is that something that you have to see?
Circles are my nemesis. No, I would stand ready for
protection against
one can assume that circles of this nature tend to have things come through them at some point, so I shall bide my time.
I'm gonna run to the hatch, and I'm just gonna kind of like bang on the inside of the hatch and just be like, guys, you might want to get up here now sooner rather than later.
Okay. So hang on. So I think Vavasaur is going to go from the door. So what Vavasaur has just seen, so Vavasaur has come out and gone, did anyone see anything go out the window? No one said anything about that. However, this thing has now just appeared in the sky above the ship. And therefore they are going to go back in and go to the window to look out to see if there are any more of the big circular things.
Fortunately for you, no.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I cast Bless on myself, Gwen, and Vavasaur.
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
Gwen, Kantan, and Babasor. Okay. So let me.
If I've got time, I'm going to bring up some aid as well, which I really should have thought of before since it lasts for 8 hours.
8? Yeah, that would have been useful.
Question, DM, if
I will allow that. I mean, this is a wreck of partying, so you're used to it. You know that you have to be prepared.
Yeah.
So that you all have. You're gonna have cast that even before the beginning of the day. It's like you have breakfast and cast 8. And then at some point you switch it up. You cast 8 and then have breakfast.
Yes.
Yeah. And I had a short spell, so the slot would have come back.
Short rest.
Short rest.
I will offer because I did this to myself. So yes.
DM, with the conjuration circle, I've got a bit of wizard going on. Would I be able to work out where things come out of? Would they come out on top? Or would they come out underneath the conjuration circle we can see?
Up.
Ooh.
I, seeing that, would like to cast Grease at the place where they would arrive.
Yes.
What happens with that? I just get some duck fat out of my pocket. I'm just going to fling it, and the magic will cause it to just spread and drip down.
I love it.
Just greased up
have
this.
duck
That's
fat
amazing.
in your pocket, of course.
I've got everything in there.
Unfortunately.
I love it. So as the grease spell is cast on top of this sort of platform, it was not a platform. I mean, yes and no. It's not. It's you can see it through, right? So, but now with the grease, it's a little bit fuzzy, but you can still see the light that the magic is producing. It's almost finished. So this is a point where I asked you to roll for initiative.
Oh my god!
But we are not yet in combat.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. That turned up really fast. Okay.
I see a 15. I see a 10. I see a 6.
Hang on. I've got advantage on my one. Get out of the way, you bastard.
Should we call them out?
Nice.
I got the 15.
I got the 6.
Yay.
Got 10.
Watch my 6.
I got a 20.
Nice.
Nice.
My name is Jax, and I
20
get
minus
20s.
1.
Just to spread the love a bit, let's say that aid was on Jax and Jestoon, as well as obviously myself.
So I'm going to click this, hoping that yes.
Ali, are you using the encounter tracker on D&D Beyond?
I do. Plus,
I think everyone should.
Yes. So I also have a sort of a map. No, I have a map. Well, so I'm gonna leave the layer action at the end. But
little tinker.
Am I right that Jax got a 19?
I got a 20. For some reason, I rolled twice. I'm not sure why.
Okay.
I don't have advantage.
So I will give you the 20. And I'm happy for you to go for it. Okay, but we are not yet in combat. It's just the conjuration circle finish casting. Whatever was casting, it finishes. And another lighting in the sky. And almost like if a mirror or a crystal cracks, the sky starts cracking and pieces of it start falling down. I don't know about the duration of what gives you the sense of aberrations, but let's say it's still up.
Yes.
The feeling of aberrations increases and it gives you the chills. From one of those cracks, you see a tentacle, almost like like a octopus will stick in its tentacle on a surface.
Yeah.
You see another crack and another tentacle.
Oh my god.
Tentacle.
Oh my god.
A big crack. And you see an eye. And the eye is looking at you. At this point, if you look at the hatch, you see the orb coming up, and it reveals another eye, and says,
Look at you, how beautiful creatures you are. It's been a while since I've been in this plane. Yes. But you don't worry. I'm here to free you.
that might be in the hatch. So closest is Kantan Wen and just done.
Question. Just as all of this is happening, do I happen to sense the presence of a planar portal?
You do.
Ooh.
Great.
Ooh.
You absolutely do.
Fantastic.
Okay.
I mean, I kind of assumed, given what was happening, but I just kind of wanted to confirm. Yeah, and I will let Jax know, because he and I both kind of have this sort of sense about things like this with our primeval awareness and things, and I'll just say, ha 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 ha, ha portal.
There's a kraken.
To be honest, we do not require assistance, but thank you very much. We will be on our way, and have a good day to you.
Unless you'd like to stick around for lunch.
We've got Medusa on the menu.
No, we've got calamari soon, I'm sure. So if you'd like to stick around.
And they laugh because, I mean, when you're a omnipotent thing in the universe, those are jokes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
I see you found one of my lieutenants. They were not the strongest, but yeah, I have more of them. Don't worry. I won't hold any hard feelings about that with you.
It occurs to me that perhaps you have a job opening.
I actually do.
We could all act as one lieutenant if you want.
And as the conversation sort of follows, or while the conversation is happening, could everybody please roll perception?
Just as a quick point on that, I think Vavasaur is still through by the window in the cabin. How loud is everyone talking? As in,
very loud. But it's
I'm
also
shouting.
Yes.
Yeah, to try and be heard by the giant thing.
Yeah.
Above the sound of the storm.
Is the rain and the wind cutting out the sound as we're talking to each other, as we're shouting at this creature?
A little bit, yes. So
okay.
If you want to talk,
Definitely
let's assume that we are shouting.
Yeah.
So Vavasaur is gonna run back, and in which case can make the perception check, I think, but also will come out and go, "What the hell is that?" Because this is a hell of a scene with tentacles coming out of the sky and stuff like that.
Vavasaur, what's the range of your weapon of alarm? Or So hang on, let me bring it back up. So it's I think it's you and any of your companions within 30 feet of you can't be surprised. 30 feet. Okay, in that case, unfortunately, only one is out of that range. So forget about the perception check. Only one, please. Roll for perception.
So only, okay. Only Gwen.
Fairness, the most perceptive of us all.
Indeed. So actually, probably the best one to be in a position to roll.
I mean, I only got a 15, so
Yeah, that's enough.
okay.
You
Great.
notice that there is other 3 figures out of this sort of platform. They are in the rain, so you can see sort of where they are. So no surprise round for them.
Have they fallen over, Ali? Could they make
No,
that staircase?
they were there from before.
Oh,
so,
I see.
Yes.
Oh.
Is Grease concentration?
No.
No. Okay, perfect. Great. So let's get into combat. So this sort of eye just moves away and looks at Kantan. Well, it's weird because it's a sphere, so it's looking everywhere at the same time. Anyway, it focuses on Kantan and says,
Yeah, just show me how good you are, and the job is yours.
And yeah,
here we go.
You go first, top of the round.
Right.
And you are between, so you're not the last one. So the last one is Vavasaur. And then you, and between you and the first enemies or the first figures that you can see, there is Jeston. You are about 35 feet away from that silhouette. And it's a large silhouette.
Cool. Can I see enemies?
Not yet.
Right. Well,
I mean, you know they are there, but you cannot see them.
They haven't proved that they're enemies yet, and you can see them, but it's not. Yeah, I think.
Well, a challenge has been laid, so let's get to this. I'll start moving towards where.
Sorry, it was Jax.
Oh, sorry. I do apologize. I misheard.
I'm gonna move over to Jestoon with my greatsword drawn, and I don't know what these creatures are. I don't know if they're friendly or not, so I'm just gonna hold my action to attack them if they get close and they start sort of attacking us. Is my plan.
So you're gonna hold your action. Do you want to move? Do you want to put yourself between the figures and Jeston?
Yes, I shall do that. I'll move closer and put myself between those. And if they get close to me, I shall attack them.
Nice.
Good. So I'm gonna leave some space between those creatures. And guess that's creature's turn. And you can see this huge silhouette. Well, it's large. It's gonna step forward. Does that triggers anything?
No. Sorry, I mean, I don't know why I'm saying that.
I don't know. Jax, do you have Sentinel?
I do not know, but
okay. So he's gonna step in front of you, and
I'm going to attack him with my action, with my held action.
So, so the trigger is if you're attacked or if they get close.
No, sorry. Yes, the trigger was if they attack us. So no, I won't. I'll only attack if they attack us.
So the attack is gonna happen first, which is good because you will see why. So, wait a minute. Next. Yeah. So, I will describe it after. So, this creature has 4 attacks. And I hope you enjoyed this.
Oh, gee, Ali, I can't
So
wait.
the first attack is going to be with advantage because it's invisible for a 24.
Dear God.
Yes.
For 13 piercing damage. As this creature attacks, invisibility fades down, and you can see something that is I'm gonna call it praying centaur, because it's a praying mantis centaur. I don't know if that has a name, but waist down is a large body of a mantis, and waist up is a figure of something humanoid, and it doesn't have arms. It has 4 sides. This creature doesn't have an armor. It looks more like an exoskeleton that resembles the rest of the mantis. You can see parts of flesh, but everything else is exoskeleton. It has a beautiful crown and a big shell in the back, and it sort of shines with green tones. That was the first attack at advantage, so I'm gonna roll second one, 9 to hit.
No, I'll parry that with my blade.
Another 9 and a 11.
I parried the first one with the blade, and the other 2 I'm like, what the? What?
Feels like the boxers when they do.
Yeah.
Message. That is Cecile's turn. Next one is Kantan. Kantan, you seen the first enemy that you seen is up there.
Cool. How far away from me?
You are 15 feet away.
Ooh. Do I
Just
leap
one thing.
into the bridge?
The hatch is in the between you, so you can attack them range, or you have to spend a little bit more of movement to go around.
Well, I have a suspicion that we may be joined by more shortly from without as well as within. So for now, I'm going to assist Jax from a distance. Drop to one knee, Jax, and then, assuming that does that, I'll be firing some Eldritch blasts over the top of his head at the.
I will do as part of my held attack, which I'll do in a little bit. I'll drop to one knee to allow the shots to go over me.
So, I'll just roll them all. Does a 24 hit?
It does.
If any doesn't, I'll add the 2d4. 16 to 24 again, and a 25
hits.
So let's roll this.
David can always be dependent to be overpowered in combat.
18. 9. 27 points of force damage, I think it is.
27, yes.
Pew, pew, pew.
You see, Cecile doesn't even care about that, but it makes some damage. They are
just flourish my halberd that sheens with a magical glow, even in this storm, and look up at the giant eye, be like, "Is this the best you ever?"
Yeah. Nice.
And as those Eldritch blasts hit, and I'm on one knee as the final shot goes over, because I know how many shots Quentin can fire, I uppercut upwards with the greatsword as part of my held action to attack, and I will attack it with Great Weapon Master. Well, that's with disadvantage. I shouldn't have done that. That is going to be a 14 to hit.
Misses, but you still have the D4. Did you add the D4?
Oh no, I did not add the D4. Let me just do that. 15.
It doesn't.
No, that's fine. These things have got very hard body exo armor stuff. Be careful.
Nice. Kantan, anything else you would like to do in your turn?
A few things I could do. I could hex it. I could curse it. Could do.
Go for it.
Curse it verbally. Just.
Oh, so many things. Yeah, I think for now, because I wanna keep my reaction, and Jax is not looking too badly smushed. No, I'm gonna hold off for now and see what the rest of enemies kind of develop and see what happens. So just stand ready and just say to the others, make sure you are behind me, no, unless you have a death wish like Veverso.
Nice. Thank you. Next one is a figure that you haven't seen yet. This figure is behind Cecile and slightly to your left, if we are looking at the rear of the shape. And there is some sort of magic happening, and as the spell finishes, you see what seems a triton, and all of you start thinking that the Medusa wasn't the one with the tail, was more humanoid, and this sort of thing looks humanoid. You've never seen something like this, even with the strangest of the humans in this plane. Nothing like this ever. This Triton has as well sort of an armor that looks inspired by sharks. It has like a big yaw here and this beautiful spiky golden fin on the back. And they are holding a shield and a mace. They finishes casting Spirit Guardians. Which means that few people is going to be. Give me a second. Here. So in the range of Spirit Guardians now is only one, but probably if they move, Kantan might come into the range. I will tell you on your turn when the trigger. Cool. That's all they're gonna do. And next one is just stun.
So we've got the big one, and we've got this new, whatever that is. I don't know what that is. How far away is Jestoon from Shark Boy?
15 feet straight.
Amazing. Okay.
But you have the hatch, but I guess you are ranged attack. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to move to a position where I'm not going to shoot anybody else. Bonus action, steady aim. What that does is give me advantage on my first attack. So I'm going to roll to hit with my pistol. Bear with.
Oh, just quickly let me know if something comes within 10 feet of me, because I've got a reaction.
Nice.
Cheers.
The advantage is 23 to hit.
It does hit.
Okay. I'm going to roll this second attack as well, because I will be doing that. So let's see if the second one hits. 21.
It does.
Okay, so first attack, I also get sneak attack because I rolled with advantage for the first. So 16. And the sneak attack damage. I've lost it. Where are you? Come back to me. Oh, you're there. 14 for the sneak, so 30 points of damage so far. And the second attack damage. Not that great. 9 points of damage on the second. I'm then going to run to flank the first enemy with Jax.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay.
If I can.
What do you mean flank?
Well, I assume because it came up to Jax, right? And it pincered at Jax. So if I could move around to the opposite side.
That sort of movement. So at this point is yourself, Jax, the creature, but there is a hatch in the middle. So
50
you will
foot
have
of
to go
movement.
all the way the hatch, pass by the spirit guardians, and finish behind this thing.
So I have 50 foot of movement. I do have a trait as well, a feature. There's so much scrolling.
Yeah.
Sorry, hold on.
You-
Mobile.
Yeah. Could you jump over the?
I don't think so. But when I make a melee weapon attack against a creature, you don't provoke attacks from that creature, opportunity attacks from that creature. So I guess I still.
So let's give me an athletics check because you have to jump. Yes, an athletic check.
5.
No.
So you have to spend all. You don't manage to jump all over the hatch, but
Okay.
you manage to get where you want.
Okay.
However, you are inside the spirit guardians, which means that you must make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. That would be a 9.
That's a 9. So you fail.
Uh-huh.
So you take 10 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
And I think you also have your.
Ooh. Did you say radiant damage?
Radiant damage, yes.
So whatever this thing is thinks that it's good. I imagine.
No.
Sorry, I'm not asking you to answer that question. I'm speculating.
And how's it called? You are not actually behind the creature, but you're flanking the creature because of spirit guardians, you have less movements, but that's fine.
Okay.
Yes. Anything else on your turn?
That's it for me. Thank you.
Good. Next one, Jax. You can see Cecile, but there is an extra figure on the left shoulder of Cecile. And you see something happening. And I homebrewed this, and it's called Majestic Inspiration.
Oh, wow.
As a bonus action, you can spend one of your bardic inspirations to grant yourself a Grundus appearance. When you do so, choose one ally you can see and who can see you within 60 feet of you. You and the target gains 11 temporary hit points. When a creature gains those temporary hit points, it can immediately use its reaction to move up to its speed without causing opportunity attacks and immediately make a weapon attack. So it's Mantle of Inspiration, but pumped. I'm gonna use that on Cecile, which means Cecile is gonna use the reaction to hit you.
Shame.
Cecile. That's a 19.
That will hit.
For 8 points of piercing damage.
Okey-dokey-doo.
You all right?
When this action finishes, you can see a medium, small size creature there with the small legs hanging. And this creature is wearing an armor that looks like inspired on a fox. It's beautiful as well. And you can see a big purple braided beard. And they are just gonna shoot at you with a... Oh, where are you? With a crossbow. Where are you? For a natural 20.
Ooh.
I think that might hit. Let me just check what I have. Nope, I didn't choose any armor that nullifies that.
It's a shame.
Actually, I will roll... Well, wait. You are not between 5 feet of me, right? Because it's... I'm going to roll with disadvantage because I'm not sure about how this works.
Okay.
Because it's on the space of Cecile, but it's on top of Cecile. So,
right.
Great area. That doesn't hit. So, good. Next one is someone that you still cannot see. And they are just gonna move. Next one is when. Could you please make me a... Wait a minute.
I don't like that. I don't like that reaction.
That's not good.
No. Sorry, I should have done this just turn because you made a lot of damage. So you did 30 and 9. So I need to do 2 concentrations.
Oh,
so
yeah.
The first one is a 10, which means Spirit Guardians were down. I think Spirit Guardians did 10 damage. So just turn, don't take the damage.
Amazing.
And you are where you wanted to be.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And when you don't have to make any wisdom saving throw because Spirit Guardians are down.
Honesty. Thanks, Ali.
Now, when? Your turn.
Perfect. How far away am I, like, taking the hatch into consideration from Jackson Cecile?
A straight line to Jax is 10 feet with the hatch in the middle. Just behind you is Kantan, and just turn is just behind the
okay. I have a move speed of 40 feet, so I'm basically I just want to get around. I just want to make sure that I was going to be able to do it.
Nice.
Because what I would like to do is attack Cecile, and knowing that there is a creature within 5 feet, that means I get my sneak attack.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So I'm gonna run up and I pull out my short sword, and we're gonna have a little fun with this, I think, because this is a really heavily armored creature, and I'm not 100% sure that I mean, maybe the sword would do it, but because I'm a planar warrior, I am going to choose Cecile. So the next time I hit that creature on this turn with a weapon attack, all damage dealt becomes force damage.
Okay.
Which is cool.
Nice.
So and then they take an extra 1d8 force damage from my attack.
As well as that. Dear God.
Yes. And then if it hits, We're gonna spend some key points. We're just gonna have fun with this. So this
I want this to hit.
I want it to hit too. It'd be so cool. All right, so we're gonna go first attack. Just stab at it for 19.
Oh, 19. Cecile, that hits.
Yay!
Perfect. So we go with, let's see, that looks like 6. So it's 6 damage plus 6 from the sneak attack plus an extra 1d8 from my planar warrior. Really? 1 damage? Awesome. But all of this is force damage, if that matters. So that's 13. And then, because I hit with that first one, I'm going to spend a key point, and I'm going to require Cecile to make a con saving throw with a DC of 15.
15.
Try and see if she cannot be stunned.
She got, wait a minute, a 10.
Great.
Ooh.
So she's stunned.
Oh, Cecile.
Also, should mention, I have to roll a 1d6 because I have Whales from the Grave. So immediately after I deal sneak attack to a creature on my turn, I can target a second creature that I can see within 30 feet of the first creature, and it takes 1d6 necrotic damage.
Nice.
And then I also deal that damage to the first creature. It's only 1 necrotic, but to Cecile and then to her friend on her shoulder.
I haven't presented the other ones, right? So Cecile is the large one. Sebastian is the parrot of this creature. And
Perfect.
Dante is a shark boy.
Dante, beautiful, love it. So Sebastian takes 1 necrotic, as well as Cecile. Cecile is stunned. That's great. Love this. And then I have a second attack, but this one's much less interesting because it's just I can't get sneak attack
The second
twice.
one, yeah.
So it's just whatever. It's the second attack.
It will be with advantage though, because stunned.
Oh, it will be. That's true, which is good because the first roll was a 12. So is the second one.
Well,
that's upsetting.
Oh, D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got D4 in attack rolls, but that's it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I do have that blessed, don't I? Let's
Is
see. Hold
16
on.
gonna work?
Huh?
Give it a go.
I don't know. It doesn't matter because I only got a 14. So
Oh.
I'm guessing that doesn't hit.
Yeah, probably not.
Womp womp.
Wow.
Anything else on your turn?
No, that is pretty much that's everything I can do in
was
one
plenty.
one attack.
Plenty.
Yeah, it's a lot.
As
These
all of
feats
this
are amazing.
happen and the extra necrotic damage hits Sebastian, you can see some grays appearing on the beautiful purple brain. He's not happy. Like you can kill him, but don't mess with his bird.
Come at
Next
me, bro.
one.
Let's go.
Vavasaur.
Yes.
Lots has happened.
Yes.
Do you want to do anything?
Yeah, very much so. So I'm still in the doorway of the captain's cabin, right?
Yes. You are in straight line, 40 feet away from Cecile and 50 feet away from Dante.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you say I'm in a straight line. So if I get, so basically, yeah, I want to get within 10 feet of Cecile. So move forward to 10 feet of Cecile. Then I want to do Breath of the Dragon, which is a thing. So when I take the attack on my turn, I can replace one of my attacks with an exhalation of draconic energy, either in a 20-foot cone or a 30-foot line. So I think I can do the 30-foot line. So, and I can choose the damage type for the breath weapon. I think it's going to be fire. Yeah, I think it's going to be fire.
Fire.
Oh, is it really? It's really bucketing down with rain, isn't it?
It doesn't matter. It's magic.
Oh, fine. Fair point.
D&D, it's magic.
Yes.
It's fine.
There's no time to explain. Let's just yeah. So each creature in the area, so that's Cecile and Dante, need to take a DC 15 Dex saving throw, please.
15. So Sebastian is gonna go.
Oh, and Sebastian as well. Yeah.
Cecile, where are you, Cecile? Oh, they are not proficient. Sebastian gets a 23.
Sorry, Babs.
Cecile a 4.
There's going to be some forks coming their way.
Yeah.
As they fire into them.
Sebastian.
And Quentin, you get the advantage from that.
Oh, thank you.
Sebastian
It's a
got
fork, mate. That's for
16
you.
on the
There you
second one.
So on a fail they get the amount of damage I'm about to say. On a success they get half.
Mm-hmm.
And they get grand total on 2d4 of 2. So that means either they get 2 damage or 1 damage. That sucks.
And there is good things because the grays are burning out. So there's no grays on the beer, but now it's burning. So then again, it's just getting really angry. You know, I love bar.
Yeah.
It's still a concentration disruptor. So
Cecile is not the heavy punch here; it's the bar. Anyway,
I know, I got you.
Vavasor, anything else you would like to do?
Yes, actually. Brilliant. So, because of how pants that was, it's gonna annoy me so much. I'm gonna get raged, and because of that, yes. So the Vavasor's eyes, which are usually which are usually black, now turn into the like the depths of the sea. Do you know what I mean? Like that really like dark blue. And they kind of light up. And there is I get a storm aura 10 feet around me, and one creature of my choice within my aura, which is because I'm 10 feet away from is it Celeste? Sorry.
Cecile.
Cecile, that's what I mean. Sorry, something went out of my head. Yes, they are going to take lightning damage. Oh man, it's a Dex and it's DC 13. This is not working. Okay, try that.
Cecile, she's not proficient.
Oh,
natural 20. I'm sorry.
Oh, Cecile.
I know.
Breaking my heart. Breaking my confidence,
Even
baby.
stunned. She's making...
Yeah, advantage, isn't it? I know. Wait, you automatically fail Dex saves if you're stunned. I think
so, right?
Yeah.
Sweet.
I think so. Yes. Thanks for mentioning that.
V's on the ball.
Right.
Okay, well, the amount of damage I've done has gone up if they succeed from 1 to 3.
Every little helps.
Yes, exactly. I'm chipping away here. I'm doing it one step at a time.
Any movement or
no? Because I moved to get to.
Oh yes.
To get
Free
within 10 feet.
action.
So I'm completely done now, and I'm rather out in the open.
Good. That finishes the first round, and on 20 initiative count 20, something is going to happen, right?
I think I'm out on the deck on my own then, isn't it?
The sky sort of keeps cracking, but now it seems like it's a reality that is cracking in itself. And the eye again speaks and says,
"Oh, you laugh. Isn't that funny?
I love this eye."
Of your life."
And you can see how the orb moves to the captain's room and sort of broadcasting. So what the eye is looking at is being broadcasted to the reality outside using this sort of cracking, I'm going to call it cracking surface to project. And the eye first goes to the table, and there is some papers. And the papers are a normal contract, but underneath there is a second contract. And the second contract just tells about a special cargo that needs to be delivered in secret. This has a number in itself on the top corner. And it seems like this transaction has happened many times before. And then the eye moves to the body, to one of the, to a box. that has the captain's emblem, and it opens magically, obviously, because the eye doesn't have hands.
Can you imagine if it did?
A little tentacle.
Yeah.
And you can see a usual money bag, but another one with the crest of the king. And it has emeralds and diamonds, lots of jewels.
Why didn't I look in there?
The third thing that the eye shows you is this trail of fairy dust, which is not fairy dust, and tells you,
You see this? They haven't lied to you. I guess they haven't lied to you. They've just been keeping secrets. We all have secrets, right? But how to put it in simple words? My name is...
and there is a sound. They cannot pronounce their name.
And I'm an entity that helps planes like yours to get free, you know? Sometimes there is too much bad stuff in a plane, so we solve it. Sometimes there is too much good, so we solve it. You know, everything is about balance. But this plane is the worst. This plane is not good, not bad, it's just static. Long time ago. Sorry, I'm not bothering you.
And he silence, and Jax.
Oh,
you're next.
Oh,
that all sounds rather interesting, but your guys attacked me first. And this glow begins to emanate from underneath the cloak, and the wind will catch it, and you'll see that there's a wolf totem underneath. And as that glow and sort of erupts around my body, my eyes go from the normal hazel brown color that they are, and the brown stays, but the brown turns yellow, and the whites of the eyes just turn blood red. I gain these. My canines begin to extend outwards into like fangs, and my ears prick up as I rage with wolf totem. So as a wolf totem barbarian, while any enemy within 5 feet of me, all my allies have advantage against them.
Oh, wicked.
And I'm just looking at Cecile in front of me. I'm going to go, you look like a Cecile, maybe? I'd like you to meet my Dark Winter. And as the rain hits my greatsword, ice begins to form across it. And I just swing it around and just attack into her. Because she's stunned, I'll have advantage, but I'm going to do it with Great Weapon Master.
What a proposition.
This is going to hurt, right?
That's going to be a 23 to hit on the first attack. And the second attack will be a 24 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. With the first attack, I'm going to make Cecile my favored foe. So I will deal an additional 1d4 damage on these attacks. So this is going to be the first attack. That's not an awful lot. That's going to be 26 points of damage on the first attack, slashing.
Wow.
The second attack is going to be 17 plus 1, 18, 28 points of damage.
28. And anything else?
No, that is it. I don't think I have anything else.
Your sword, you cut some chunks out of Cecile, and she screeches in the air, and I'm gonna make a dexterity saving throw from Sebastian, and they are really not used to this.
Good.
And let's see if they can stay on top of. Yeah, they managed to grab Cecile's head, just not to fall down because of all the commotion, and she is not happy.
Okay.
Standing up. You can see some parts of the exoskeleton just falling down, and you see the fresh open wound that shows. humanoid flesh.
That is the end of my turn.
Thank you very much. Next is Cecile.
Oh, bless her.
Who is going to recklessly attack you.
Isn't she stunned?
She's stunned until the end of my next turn.
That is not fun.
What are you talking about? It's very fun, actually. I think it's great fun.
I think it's wonderful.
I'm having loads of fun.
Which means, Kantan, please.
Yeah, I'm a little lost as to what exactly is going on in terms of where I am. So everyone else is down in the hold bit?
No. Everyone is on top deck.
Right.
And at the moment, everyone is sort of surrounding Cecile. So Cecile is being in the front is Jax. In the back is Justin. On the right is Wen. And slightly on the left, not in close combat, but slightly to the left is Babasor.
Yeah.
Kantan has just in front of him Dante, who is Shark Boy. And on the right, about 10 feet away, everything else.
Cool. In which case, I think it's time for a little one-on-one duel with Shark Boy.
Nice.
You do have advantage as well, David, from the silvery barbs if you need it.
Amazing. That'll be on me first one. Hexblade's Curse first and foremost.
Yes.
So that will bear. Goodness me, I had it in a second ago. Once Taurus, choose a creature you can see within 30 feet, curse it for 1 minute, +4 to damage rolls, score a critical hit on a 19 or 20, and regain 6 HP if it dies. So I'm going to do a little sort of advanced kata with my halberd, close to 10 feet, which is the range of the halberd because it has reach, and make my first attack, and I can add 2d4 to this if it doesn't hit. This is with advantage. Let's see what happens.
That hits.
So the 24 is the advantage. I'll roll my second attack, might as well. Plus 2d4. So that'll be a 19.
Hits.
Cool. So I'll roll damage for both of those, and it's an extra extra 8 damage overall because of the curse. So that's 27 plus 8 is 35 points of
total
magical slashing. And I'm going to get action surge. I'm going to make these attacks with what seems like a very familiar capacity, using Great Weapon Master.
Good.
So attack number 1.
I love that we all have. So Ali gave us more feats than we thought we could ever have in life, and we got to multi-class a lot. So it's so much fun, like working out what we're gonna do.
Absolutely, it's really good. It's a really good idea.
Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to keep this in my mind while I'm doing it. That's a 25 for the first attack.
Hits.
Second attack will be a 17, at least a 19 because of the 2d4. Cool. So these will both have 10 added to them. So that's another 27 and another 11. I'm also going to Divine Smite. So another 21. So 27 plus 21, whatever I had before. 47, 48, and then Divine Smite, which is...
This is ludicrous.
This is ridiculous, yeah.
So many things I can do. Yep, so 2d8 using 1 spell slot. I'm going to use... 2d8, cool. And it's not a undead or a fiend, I'm assuming.
No.
Cool. So that's another 8 points of damage. And then for my bonus action, I'm going to attack with the pommel. And again, using Great Weapon Master. So that will be a 23 to hit, plus 10. And that is, I hope someone's tracking this because I'm certainly not.
Hang on, plus 10. So plus 10 onto the previous.
No, it'll be plus 10 on this off a d4. Yeah. And I'm also going to Divine Smite again.
David, it was dead.
Quite some time ago.
Overkill.
Like forever ago.
It was dead 200 damage ago.
Yeah, there is no heal like overkill. So
In which case, just one divine smite, and then
it's up to you. Yeah.
slashing the absolute shit out of him with this elaborate kata, just death by 1,000 cuts, cutting off one arm, then the other arm, and then ending with a pommel to the neck.
Nice.
Just staring into the eyes at the surprise. Like, you have the honor to meet Le Comte Egington.
Yes. Yes.
I've never had means fish, but just don't. Maybe you can surprise me.
Justin all of a sudden just turns and stares at dinner.
Yeah.
Hello.
And hey, I regained 6 HP, not that I've lost any, but hey, I feel slightly happier.
As the body of Dante falls to the ground. And
I'll use my movement to close in to Cecile with all the others, just kind of like, did anyone see that?
I was a little bit busy, Quentin. Did you outdo me again?
Nice. Beautiful. Thank you. Next one is Dante, who is dead.
Oh, shut up.
That just didn't even start.
Just on.
Okay. So I'm going to go for the same again, just because it worked last time. Let's go. So advantage on all these hits because it is stunned.
Mm-hmm.
First to hit, that would be 23. Second to hit is not as good, 19.
Both hit.
Okay. Cool. So first damage that I get my sneak attack as well.
Mm-hmm.
Is this against Cecile or Sebastian?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna leave Sebastian. I feel sorry for Sebastian.
But you
They
get
can have
advantage
their
against
moment
all
later.
attacks.
I feel like you're just
Because of
gonna
me.
throw him to the
Into the pot. That's what we're eating later. So we have got 9 points of damage plus 8, which is a number.
17.
Thank you, Ed. Second to hit, the damage is 16. I will then bonus action flurry of blows using 1 key point. At 12 to hit, probably not as good.
That's good.
27 on the second, though. I prefer that one. Not much damage here. 8 points of damage. So I'm just gonna fire twice. I do have the gunner feat, so I can be right up to it and not have the disadvantage there. Fire into it twice. You take that, you filthy Cecile. And then I'm just gonna punch it twice with my other.
Poof. Yeah, nice.
That's it.
The face is up in the air, like, because it's large. So probably you instead like kick the fore leg, or like the front part of the leg, which is really painful.
I'll kick a shin. That's fine.
Yeah, the
I'll do that.
Shin kicker. Exactly.
Not above that.
Cecile would cry and screech, but she is stunned.
Sorry, babes.
Who did that?
Somebody
Next one.
awesome. Me.
Next one is Sebastian, who is going to polymorph Cecile.
What?
And now let me see how this. I never polymorph anyone.
Yeah, this is mad.
This is a.
Fell, Sebastian, you will lose concentration.
So CR. I didn't expect this to come to this.
So fast.
Turns into a whale that smashes through the decks, killing us all.
That'd
We
be
all
amazing.
die. The end. Yes.
You want a white whale? I'll give you a white whale.
Don't give the DM ideas. Shh.
Don't be a Moby Dick.
Yes.
It's just a challenge fight. So I have the Brontosaurus, the giant crocodile, the giant shark, or the Triceratops.
That's all awesome.
I will go for the Brontosaur because Cecile wants to be up in the air. So, give me a second.
That's practically bigger than the ship.
Cecile is so rude.
That is huge. I sense the timbers are creaking.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh wait. D&D Beyond. D&D Beyond.
I mean, just throw a T-Rex at us. We don't.
I wanted to bring, but it's not there.
Is this a mechanical brontosaurus or is it a real one?
No, it's a real one.
Okay.
It
So
has like, yeah, go.
The ship's already on a bit of a tilt, right? So
We could be going over due to the brontosaurus, whatever it's called.
I have slow fall, but it's not going to be much help.
Yeah, it's not going to be much help if you fall into the infinite void. Yeah, I guess luckily we can untie our ship from the other one, right? We can
just with a slash of
So, yeah, okay, great. Good to know.
Also, this rather large creature is still stunned.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
expression of a
Anyway,
stunned
that was,
brontosaurus.
Sebastian's action, and they cannot use bonus action because Cecile is still stunned. And that's their turn, which means finally someone that you still haven't seen or you have heard before is going to make few attacks here.
A few?
Yes.
No.
Well, 2.
That's not bad.
Behind Vavasaur, this goes to you. 16 and 23 to hit.
Ooh,
Are they melee attacks?
No.
I think
16 and 23.
one hit was it 23 and 16?
Yes.
So 23 hits, 16 doesn't.
As somebody attacks you with a crossbow, actually. Pew, pew, pew.
Okay.
You feel one bolt going through one of on your side, and you take 16 points.
Oh. Okay.
Yes.
It's quite rough.
Who is that? So a second effect, which is a sneak attack, for 23 points of damage.
Ouch.
So that's 23 in addition.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, yeah, that hurts.
And that is Linda's turn, which takes us to Wen.
Linda sounds like a bitch.
What a bitch.
I don't think that having a brontosaurus move around sounds like a super great idea. So either we're gonna try and kill her as a brontosaurus right now, or just hope that we can just keep her stunned. So we're gonna try that. Ideally, I have not been squashed as she polymorphs into this brontosaurus, but I'm just gonna raise my short sword and I am just gonna jab it into one of her feet. Giant brontosaurus feet.
I would say you are underneath Cecile.
Okay, well then screw it. Not her foot. I'm just gonna go straight up into her belly. I guess it depends on how tall she is, but I would like to. And I have advantage, which is good. So no, it does not matter because apparently I cannot. You know what it is? I'm too short. So I go to try and stab into her belly because I think that'll be really cool, and I miss with the first attack. But you know what? That's okay because I have another one. So now we're gonna go and we're gonna aim for her leg because it's a little bit further away. But you know what? I'm hopefully I can actually reach it. At least that's what I tell myself.
Cut a tendon.
There we go. So a 24 hits. Yeah, maybe?
Actually, what was the first roll?
The first one was an 11.
Oh, not quite. The second one hits.
Great. So with that, let's see. We're going to go... That is 11 damage from that plus the sneak attack because... It's the first one that actually hit. And then It is, apologies, because I have to find it. We're going to go with Wails from the Grave again, because it is immediately after sneak attack damage, and that is a 1d8. Nope, sorry, 1d6. Want to make sure I get it right. So Cecile and Sebastian actually take 5 necrotic damage.
Nice.
And then I'm going to spend a key point, and I'm just going to use Flurry of Blows, and I'm just going to punch her in her stupid leg.
Before that resolves, Sebastian will need to make a con save on the polymorph.
Yes, let me do that first.
Ooh,
nice. A con save, right?
What happened, Ali?
I roll a 5. I mean, I just needed a 10, right? Anyway, as Sebastian keeps having more grace on the bear, that is just unacceptable, right? Unacceptable. And Cecile goes back to what she was. And I would say Sebastian needs to take some falling damage.
Oh, I like that.
Or
Sorry, it's a rules lawyer.
No, it's good, man. To be honest, in a game like this, we need that.
Keep on track.
I think, if anyone's going to keep track of all the damn rules, it's going to be
nice. You're gonna hit actual Cecile, who is still stunned.
Nice.
Love that. Love that. Ooh, that's right. I was going to keep her stunned because I'd like to keep her stunned. Yeah, I now that she's herself again, I would like to use my key point for stunning strike instead of flurry of blows. I think that's a better call because I don't like her 4 scythe arms.
No.
I don't think Jax liked them either, but
yes.
So she's stunned again. Well, assuming she can fail a con save at DC 15.
DC 15.
Yes.
Cecile, big money. 25.
Silvery bobs. Silvery bobs. The forks are coming out again.
Silvery.
Pew pew. Cecile.
Sounds like Cecile might be forked.
Totally forked.
Big money. Another 25. And
wow.
Skills are nasty.
Rude.
Whatever she is.
Yes.
Well, fine.
And I'll give the advantage to Jax.
Oh, cool.
Nice. Anything else? One?
Nope. That's it.
Next one is Vavasaur.
Right. So Cecile still is stunned.
No.
No. Right. Okay. So in which case, hang on. Where's the thing gone? Yes. So my plan is to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on Cecile.
Okay.
Now, oh God, I've got to think of a joke as Vavasaur.
Oh God.
Does anyone know any jokes about dinosaurs?
So something Saurus.
It's time to make you extinct. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
It's time to make you extinct. That works very well.
And that is a wisdom?
Yes, it's wisdom 15, DC 15.
I wondered if this Sebastian. Oh, Sebastian also had silvery barbs, but not good at this.
Oh, okay.
Never mind. Cecile, wisdom 5.
Yes. Okay, so what that means is, I don't think you actually get any damage, but Cecile is a she. Sorry, I can't remember. Yeah, she finds the joke so funny, falls into fits of laughter. The target falls prone, becomes incapacitated, unable to stand up for the duration, which is a minute, as long as I can keep concentrating.
When can I do the reroll? At the end of my turn, or at the
end of each of its turn? So yeah, so each time it's yours, you can make the wisdom saving throw again.
Yeah. Is it broken on damage, Ed?
The target has advantage on the saving throw if it's triggered by damage. So I think if you are damaged, you then get to take it again at advantage.
Sebastian is a little bit in panic.
I bet. It was entirely intentional.
Couple more greys, babe. So.
I think the greys might be going all over now.
Yeah, but that's not from the necrotic damage. That's just from the stress.
Yeah.
I had no idea you were so funny. You should do stand up.
All right. So that brings us to the end of the second round. And now we're going on initiative count 20, which is then again the eye. And the eye is like,
how funny this isn't it? Thanks for keeping me entertained.
The eye moves away from the from the room, and it starts going up to one of those cracks in the sky, and it doesn't have to go that far away to pop out, let's say, and it broadcasts the universe. And I guess at this point we can say that this creature is a multiplanar traveler, or whatever you want to call it. And I know physically you may not be able to see planes just all together, but the sensors allow you to see all the planes at the same time in that sort of projection. And they come back and say,
"You've been trapped for centuries. Your leaders, or whatever they want to call themselves, a long time ago, they thought of protecting this plane from creatures like me. And they create this beautiful shell. But at the same time, they've been cutting magic, possibility, destiny if you want.
And few tentacles appear behind each one of you. And I know for one item might be a little bit need of consent, but the tentacles touches your magic items. And as the tentacles touches your magic items, the items, they don't get destroyed, but they part away from all the parts.
Oh yeah.
And just sort of shows you all the parts.
Yeah.
And inside there is a little piece of jade, green. And they say,
"That is not a battery. You've been told so, right? That is a suppressor that is been cutting on your potential. That it's been keeping it safe for them, not for you. And, well, it's time to finish that. I'm here to open this plane. Yes, to the good, to the bad, but you have a chance. Well, actually, you don't have much of a chance. I mean, I'm gonna come anyways, either you kill my lieutenants or not. I'm gonna come back. But you can come with me if you desire so."
And the items sort of reform into what they originally are.
I mean, tell me, what do you prefer? War is gonna come to your war. You can face me, but you're gonna lose anyways. You can come with me, and you can help me destroy this world. One more beautiful will rise from the ashes.
Vavasor comes running towards. With you! I'm with you! I'm with you!
Do you need a cook? That's pretty much all I can do.
I mean, I've always felt a connection to the other planes, even though obviously it's not really. I look at Jax because obviously I've been with him for so long, and I know that he's had the same sensitivities, but I just start emphatically nodding, like this is great.
I have a question. If we come with you, will our magic items cease to function?
don't worry about them. There is more out there.
I was just born a very sickly baby, and without this belt, I'd be kind of fucked by the weight of my own armor. So I was terrified for a minute there.
Could I?
I guess.
Sorry, David. Go.
No. So just like I guess. Though I would like to come with you for the honor of my house, we'll have to fight, even though I know we cannot win. But I respect everyone's decision.
Could I just insight check?
Oh, nice. That's a
what
really
they
good
just
idea.
said? This god. I'd like to insight check this god, please.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Please.
My insight is +0. Just throwing that one up.
The only one who's been sensible has no advantage in this at all.
Actual gods +20 modifiers on everything.
Destin rolled a 6.
It was a good idea.
Yeah.
I have a plus 11 on insight, and it did not dawn on me that I maybe should have rolled that. Sorry.
You being on the trade or activities adjacent to the trade, and you know when someone is negotiating, knowing that they have the upper hand.
Well, I mean, yeah. For what it's worth, I think they're telling the truth. You know, I don't really know for certain, but they could be telling the truth. They could be lying to us. I have no idea, but I'm going to go that way.
It's an adventure. Let's go!
This is all a little bit above my pay grade. If I'm going, I'm killing these things that attacked me first. Just saying.
My friends, we are literally talking about something that wants to destroy anything and everything we have ever known or dear. We are talking about being complicit in the destruction of our friends, our families, our loved ones. For me, n'est-ce pas, is not something I can live with just for the sake of expediency. Perhaps fighting this war will be an adventure unto itself, or at least we can give people a fair warning. That would be more fun for you, no?
I am a slave. I was born of slaves. The only way I've escaped being a slave is being here with you. I want to keep going and adventuring with you, and I think this is the best adventure. I have no good feelings about this world. If this world gets destroyed, let's try and make a new world. Let's try and make a better world with the help of a god.
And
we could be helped by a god and be helping a god.
Just hands on the shoulder. You have always been a friend to me, no? But I respect your opinion.
You know, you may have friends and family here, but my friends and family are
us.
I can't say that I understand. I mean, I guess if you decide not to, I have to respect it. But I don't hold any ties to this world, and if there's something greater out there, then I'm all for finding it.
I'm sorry, I was just going to say that I agree with Gwen. I do see your point of view, Quentin, but you know what? Sod it, and I'm just going to attack the bloody steel on the floor. I'm like, this is too much of me.
Nice.
I mean, wait, Jax, just, you know, hold on. So it feels like we've been tested, and it feels like we've passed the test. And I see an opportunity in front of us, and I think we should grab it. Quentin, if you want to stay here, I understand. That's up to you.
I do not want to stay. I want to come with you. I want to share in the adventure. My family has turned their back on me. Society has turned its back on me. But a fair fight. That is all I am. I'm bound by duty, honor. You people I love more than anyone in the world. You have always been good to me. I've always tried to be good to you. But in this moment, sometimes the hardest thing and the right thing are the same, no?
As you are having this moment, the eye is ascending slowly and focus on the lieutenants and says like,
it's not personal, right? It's just business.
And there is some sort of dispel magic happening on top of Sebastian and Cecile. And if you turn your head up in the air, there is a winged tiefling aiming at you, and they the blessing as well sort of dispels.
Shattered.
And the platform that was stopping the rain sort of descends. And
as I told you, I'm inevitable. Damn it, that's trademark, right?
Very nice.
I will come back anyways, and this little crack will tell other gods. Sorry, will tell the gods, demons, things will start coming. I mean, it might not be me, but this will go down.
I'm still coming with you. I'm going to jump up onto the, if it's possible to, I will jump up onto the circle, the thing. And I'm presuming, it's still greased.
No, grease is gone. I'm just letting you know,
Okay,
grease
fine.
is definitely gone.
But yeah, I will walk into the center of it, expecting there to be a summoning circle or something that I can go through.
Anything else goes up? Anyone else?
Yep, 100%. Yeah.
We're entering into the wrapping up of this. So we're going to have 2 separate endings. And as the platform elevates to the cracking sky up in the air, Kantan, Jax, I imagine you will finish those creatures. And
yes.
I have an ending in mind whenever's appropriate. Just let me know.
Is Jax not coming with us, or is Jax? Are you staying with Quentin?
I'm killing these things and then I'm coming with Gwen.
But that's
okay.
Okay.
Probably went through a rope.
Yes. Okay. Let's say we can. Yes. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
And so you kill the creatures, and as Jax goes up, David.
So can I still see the eye?
Yes.
I wish you all the best of luck, but I do not wish to stay to see the world's destruction. And you, perhaps you are unstoppable, perhaps you are inevitable, perhaps you are any number of synonyms. But though you may take our lives and you may destroy our world, you cannot remove the freedom of choice, n'est-ce pas? So, and walking up to the ship rail and just looking up at the others. On your conscience be it. What will be, but inside, we are always free. Spreading his arms wide, he allows himself to fall backwards into the great beyond.
Wow.
Perhaps the safest choice out of everybody's.
Yeah, to be honest.
So then we have 3 finales as Kantan's body disappears in the endless fall. You 4 elevate and cross that little shell, and you can see your little world sort of covered by a veil. And the eye says,
Well, we have work to do. It's not urgent, but first, let me show you.
And the platform encloses you and opens again. And then you find yourself in something that we're gonna call Theros, maybe, or something that is easy to identify. And not necessarily Theros, but something that is easily to identify.
Yes.
And as the eye starts explaining what this place is, any last words?
This is ridiculous.
I'll take Jax's hand because, you know, he's my guy. He's my buddy. And I'll just give it a big old squeeze and then just kind of like nudge him a little bit. And as he looks at me, I'll just say, this is what we felt our whole lives. And I'm so and I'm so happy that you decided to come along. I don't know if I could do this without you.
I wouldn't be able to live in the other place without you. I follow you.
Liz?
I think Justine will just be looking around, trying to see would there be any trees with fresh produce growing on them.
Absolutely.
So that's what it's like. What it's really meant to be like. It's going to be good. I'm excited. I'm going to make my way to some of the trees and start picking
the
the
camera pans out, zooms out, and we have another ending. Your captain made the way back to the city with a cargo. They delivered the cargo, and as they are receiving the money, the king personally asked if there was any other survivor. They said that unfortunately no, and the king says, "Okay, yeah, we'll thank you. This is thank you for being of the service of the empire." They turn around, and as they turn around, an assassin assassinates your captain, and something that looks like a magician, a wizard, or some sort of caster takes the cargo to a secret chamber to do who knows. And that is the end of our adventure.
Got
Thank
a coda
you very
for you,
much,
Ali, if I
everyone.
can.
That was so
Yay.
good.
Wow.
Just got a super quick coda for you. Just as the post-credits scene, just Kantan falling into eternal nothingness, softly singing, "No regret."
Post credits, voice off, and then the singing, and then just. I love it.
Brilliant.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us in that, whatever that was, on tonight's show of this Cracking Sky. If you enjoyed tonight, we play every Monday and Tuesday at 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. roughly, BST. And on Fridays, we have our talking show, which is Talking is a Free Action at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. roughly, BST. All of our show are streamed at twitch.tv/RollTogetherRPG, and you can find all of our content archived at youtube.com/RollTogetherRPG. There are also podcast versions of all our shows available everywhere. Search for Roll Together RPG. Massive thank you to our D20 Club on Patreon. They are amazing. You can join us for $1, £1, £1 gold piece. They also have a wiki, so please check the links in the chat. Big thank you to all of our sponsors and supporters. Don't forget, we are all over social media as Roll Together RPG. Follow, like, subscribe, etc., etc. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Bye.
Pew, 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 pew.